Welcome to the room. I'm going to play a little music, get us in the mood. We're going to be having a good time tonight. So come on in, kick your shoes off, get you a drink, a little nightcap, a little glass of wine, a little hot toddy, whatever it is. I'll be waiting on my co-host and the rest of the gang to be here shortly. Okay? All right. So here we go. I'm going to play some little music. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave, baby. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down. One woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Yeah. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down. One woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. This train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, this thing called life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, this train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, this thing called life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, oh, yeah. So baby you can leave, yeah, but I'll never be alone. Soon as you walk right out the door, I call Kim up on the phone. Me and Kim, we don't fuss or fight. With Kim, I ain't never wrong. Or I might just go call Keisha, go get my party on. See, I know if I ever get hungry and I want me something good to eat, I can pick up my phone and call GT. She'll fix something nice and sweet. If you wanna leave, go ahead and leave, baby. One thing that I found out, I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down. One woman just to lift me up. Oh, yeah. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Yeah. There's one thing that I found out. I can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down. One woman just to lift me up. And I gotta at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. If you wanna go, baby, go ahead and walk out the door. But one thing that you gotta remember is one monkey don't stop no show. This train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, this thing called life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah, this train gon' keep on rolling. Oh yeah, this thing called life gon' keep on going. Oh yeah. Hey. That was King George and Keep On Rolling. Hey, Key to the City. I'm trying to give my co-host and everybody a chance to get here. I was on time. Hey, Miss Tia, how you doing tonight? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We're gonna have some good conversation about relationships. That seems to be the theme for tonight. I see Urban was live and he was talking about divorce. I don't know if he's still live or not, but I did notice that he was talking about divorce. So come on in, kick your shoes off. Like I said, get your little nightcap, a little glass of wine so you can wind down. What the church lady's going to be chattering tonight about relationships and how long is too long. How long is too long to be with a man
with no commitment. I mean, well, you say you committed, they love you. You know how they be loving you. Oh, girl, I love you, and I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and we gonna get there. Someone say, give me a few years, let me get my. You know how they do? They got all the excuses. Let me get the right job. Let me pay this out. Let me, da 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 da. This list goes on and on and on. But the reason why I saw that and I thought it would be a good topic tonight about how long is too long. How long is too long? Where everybody at, Miss Tia? They still over there in Truth Live because I didn't want to interfere with her live. I was gonna cancel it, but tomorrow is my husband's birthday, and I really want to take the time to celebrate with him on his birthday. Uh, Miss Tia, go over and see if they still live, girl. I don't know. Let me see if they still live. Let me see what the goings on is over here. But like I said, we want to talk about how long is too long. Kiki to the city, thank you for coming in. Yep, they still live. Look at them, they still live. I was like, that's where everybody at over there. But anyway, they'll be over here when they get here, honey. They'll be here when they get here. You said, oh, you wasn't in the live today. You was busy. The night I was gonna use are y'all familiar with Jim Jones, the rapper from New York, and Chrissy? I was gonna use them as the subject for my topic about how long is too long, and as a woman knowing your worth, because she stayed in that relationship, y'all, for 15 years. That is a long time. Gosh, that's a long time. But anyway, that's ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't know if I could do that. And after, that maybe the first year go by, the second year go by, and third year you're like, well, well, shoot, after that fifth year, I'm gonna start looking at you sideways. I'm be like, listen, the old folks you say you need a shiggity or get off the pot. One or the other. Do one or the other. But you're not gonna keep sitting here doing this. I'm kind of raised up by old folks. The old folks used to also say, why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? What you say? What you say? Sometimes it's just for convenience, or the yep. Sometimes just saying I got a man, even though you got a man lying beside you, but that man ain't committed to you. If he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, you got a piece of a man. You feel what I'm saying, Miss T? You ain't got no man. You got a piece of a man. Come on now. Who? I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Now, as for me and myself, as a woman, most women, when you got yourself together and you know your worth and I don't see us sticking around for that many years. But yeah, I agree with you, Miss T, on that. Come on in, y'all. Come out the bushes. Come on in, drop down out of the bushes. We want to have some chat participation. It's been bored on these YouTube streets. Ain't nobody really been going live. And when we do go live, we want to just have some good things to talk about, some fun things, just some thought-provoking things. We want to talk about just some things that make you think about, provocative things, like what's really going on, like I said, relationships. And you know what? It don't necessarily have to be the relationship, with a man and a woman, but, still, I'm not going to stay with nobody. No, 15 years. What you say, Mimi? But there's so many women that don't know. That's what I said, Miss Tia. They do not know their worth. Know your worth. I'm gonna type that in the chat. Know your worth. And when you know your worth, you won't settle for just anything. You know what I mean? Know your worth. Because when you know your worth, honey, you ain't gonna just settle for any old thing. And you just ain't gonna lay around with any old body, any old Tom, Dick, and Harry. As used to say, you just ain't gonna do it. You're just not gonna do it. I know. Now, as for me, I'm not gonna do it. But some people, hey, K Shell, come on in, come on in. We talking about relationships tonight. How long is too long? Or I guess sometimes if you enter into an agreement to where you're like, well, he don't want to get married, she don't want to get married, I guess that's okay. You know, but hey, Renee P, y'all come on in, come on in. We talking about how long is too long. Church lady chatter tonight is about how long is too long in a relationship. How long do you stay around? With I would say broken promise after broken promise after broken promise. With Jim Jones and Chrissy from Love and Hip Hop New York. That was the first franchise to break off, I think, of that Love and Hip Hop franchise. But we know Chrissy stayed around for 15 years. 15 years. Where they do that at? K Shell, tell me where they do that at. Ain't they truth? Come on in, Claire. Come on in, Claire. We're talking about how long is too long to stay in a relationship uh on a promise. Do you stay with a person for 15 years? And Chrissy always made it known. We're talking about Jim Jones, the rapper from New York, and Chrissy Limp, I think it's Limpkin. She stayed in a relationship for 15 years with this man. 15 years. Even got down, y'all. This woman got down on one knee and proposed to this dude. Ain't no way. And I know things are not like they used to be. Everything ain't a conventional way. People do things different. But I ain't about to get down and ask no man to marry me. No. Hey, come correct. Hey, Sonya. Look, y'all rolling on in here. Tell truth, she didn't have to end her live because I was really I didn't want to run into hers. Just Kim, y'all come on in, girl. Y'all come on in. Well, D2 said, LOL, if the man ain't married you in 5 years, that yes, 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 the truth. If he ain't married you in 5 years, he ain't gonna marry you. He don't want to marry you. Even after you got down on one knee, he still don't want to marry you. I say a man know within a year or two. I give him like D True said up to 5 years. But shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna stick around 5 years. I don't know if you ain't making no progress in the relationship, but still stuck. Hey, keep it cute, Sonya. I think I'm trying to speak to everybody as they come in. Yeah, but I want to put what D True's comment up here. Yeah, I see. He said, "LOL." If that man ain't married you in 5 years, he ain't gonna marry you. The truth, go over and get my co-host. That she the main one. She went live for about 30 minutes just now. She blasted me. She totally blasted me, told me, you gonna have to go and get your channel and get up and start doing, bring your little content, yada yada yada. And I said, okay, we're gonna do it and we're gonna do it. And I've been trying to do it on a regular basis. But yeah, Juicy Kim, she is, I must admit that she is not the wisest person, a fool, to stay in that relationship with that man for 15 years. Keep It Cute said the same thing. Chrissy was a fool. She loved that man. She had to. She must have loved his dirty draws. She had to stay. And I mean, he's a nice looking man. And I can't say he was just all that super rich or anything, but I don't know, man. I can't. Not nope, nope. Not me. What the truth said. A couple of years, a year being engaged. Yeah, a year being engaged. I totally agree with you. Hey, give them let's say 3 years and 4 years maybe, and then say a year of engagement. By that time, you should have your stuff together. You should be progressing, in life. You understand what I'm saying? You should be progressing, getting to a place where you want to marry. But I could see maybe you not marrying if y'all not established and you working together to get to a certain place and you've made this commitment that you're gonna work. But not no 15 years. That's crazy to me. No, that's right. What, who was this said something? Juicy Kim said no kid with him and his mama, girl, Mama Jones. And you know how she had that old voice, Cammy. What? No, what she call her? dog Chrissy. She didn't like Chrissy. I don't know why she didn't like Chrissy, but she definitely didn't like her. And she was oh, that was a busybody, old meddlesome mother-in-law that in her son's business all the time. And a lot of times them mamas don't be wanting them sons to get married because they be wanting them sons to take care of them. You feel what I'm saying? He was a rapper, probably making, decent money as a Jim Jones. I mean, he was good at one point, it was it Santana, Joel Santana when they were together. Um, he did pretty good. What was it? He was with Dipset. And what was that? Little vampires. But anyway, that little group, he did okay. He made a good little name for himself. But like I said, he's a very handsome man. But shoot, handsome man ain't gonna keep me no 15 years. I ain't got to sleep. Look, she didn't. And then it's the rumor has it out here on these YouTube streets that guess what, y'all? This Joker, hey, Money Boy Trey, come on up here with me, Money Boy Trey. Come on up here with me. Tell me how you feel. We talking about Jim Jones. I know you know Jim Jones from Dipset, New York up that way. We talking about him stringing that girl along for 15 years. And then they said I guess she finally walked away, even after the girl got down on one knee on the show. Money Boy, you see the link? Hold on. I don't know where my co-host is, but she in trouble. They left me up here by myself. I'm gonna drop the link again. She may not have, but I sent it to her. But anyway, Money Boy or whoever, D Truth, come up here and tell me from a man's perspective, what am I missing? How can you, man? What kind of game you working with to string the woman along for 15 years? This nigga, excuse me, this ninja must have more game than Parker Brothers. Okay, keep it cute. I would never. I could never. Would never, could never see myself asking a man to marry me. That tell you right there that he really wasn't committed. Money Boy gonna sit in the bushes tonight. He gonna try to be quiet. Y'all hit the like button, share it out if you want to. If they take it, we gonna do it. You're right. You are exactly right. Let me put his the truth said if they take it, that's right. So you set the precedent in a relationship of how you want that man to treat you. And the truth said it so plain. If you put up with it, then they gonna keep on doing it. I'm like, well, she all right. I can just keep telling her, no, I'm gonna wait this year, I'm gonna wait another year. And they, buy you a little trinket and take you somewhere on a little exotic trip, and you just keep hanging along, and he's stringing you along. And keep it cute said, I would never propose. Ain't that preposterous to even think about getting down and buying them a ring? I mean, you buy a ring, when y'all agree to get married, but to get down on one knee and propose. And then if y'all remember that episode when she did that, I don't even think he had the craziest look on his face. Like, she just put me on the spot. I don't know if y'all remember that. That was way back in the earlier episodes before they had left, because I think they only stayed on Love and Hip Hop New York like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Because Chrissy, maybe it might have been 2, because you remember, what'd you say? Keep it cute. You remember, girl. Do y'all remember when she jumped on Kim Bella and drug her off of that darn little ottoman all across that room? When I say she dog walked her, woo, that was one of the most severe. I don't know. That's in competition with remember when Jocelyn was fighting everybody on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta that year with her crazy self. The truth said, we tell the secrets, it's against the man. Oh, it ain't against no code to look, give us a hint. Because these women out here crazy. I ain't about to do it. Look, I might give you one for the Father, one for the Son, one for the Holy Ghost. I'm out. But 15 years, that girl done lost all. I mean, she's still a very beautiful woman. I think they said she's 52. I think they said Chrissy is 52. She's still a very beautiful woman. But shoot, if she wanted to have children, she'll be at like a higher risk now. That's considered like a geriatric pregnancy. That's what they call old folks, geriatric. But and she will be at a very high risk. And if she could even get pregnant, because we know Janet Jackson got pregnant. We do know that Janet Jackson got pregnant at 50. But I don't know if she got Janet Jackson kind of money. Y'all feel me? What you say? I watch all the Love and Hip Hops too. I didn't like how they ended this season though. Keep it cute. How they just like, it wasn't no like, I didn't get it. I thought they still had, a few more shows, and I guess all of them are kind of coming away from seems like the reunion shows to kind of tell us, how it ended up to give us some kind of little something. But they just ended. It seemed like it ended abruptly with what's his own Zell having a with his confused self. Now he's with the woman now, and the lady's supposed to be pregnant. But what you say, D Truth said she stayed for the money. I guess she did. I don't know what she stayed for, but shoot, she stayed all them darn years. 15. I just can't imagine, y'all. That's a big number. 15 years. 15. What D Truth said, that doctor made that baby. Well, it's a possibility they cooked something up. It's a possibility. Or she had a surrogate and didn't tell nobody, and may have been wearing one of them pregnancy stomachs, or to make people think she was pregnant and carried the baby. But she probably froze her eggs at some point. I would hope, and I hope that's what Chrissy did. I hope she froze her eggs at some point. I pray she did at some point, at least for froze her eggs, where at some, if she decided later day, or she find the right man. But you know what, now that she has finally ended it with Jim, and if she's finally ended it and it stays ended, that's the thing. Hey Cherie, come on in, girl. Come on in, girl. I know Truth still having her live going on. Like I said, I didn't really want to go on top of her, and I had planned to cancel it. That your woman can't have a baby at 50. That's what they say. But Janet Jackson supposedly had that baby, but like you said, she probably froze some eggs and they done fertilized the embryo, and probably somebody else carried it. But they say that woman, what was it? Amanda said it was some lady on TikTok that was 57 that was supposedly pregnant. Show her, hey, Truth, y'all come on. Let's see. The link is in the chat. I don't know where my co-host is, but I'm gonna write her up tonight because she knows she was supposed to be here with me. Well, we talking about Truth. We talking about Jim Jones and Chrissy. Jim Jones from Love and Hip Hop in New York, and Chrissy Lambkin. That's who we talking about. Y'all come on, somebody come up here with me, hold my hand. Y'all know I ain't used to doing this by myself. But anyway, Chrissy stayed with Jim Jones 15 years. Like I said, look, you said you think she's sleeping. Girl, did she pass out on y'all? Amanda must be asleep. She may be. She might have passed out on y'all. But we're talking about how long is too long. And how do you get a woman to stay with you? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, level 12, 13, 14, 15. How do you get a woman to stay with you that long? I just can't imagine. Well, Keep said my grandmother got pregnant in her 50s, but she had okay miscarriage. Yeah, it gets harder the older you are. It gets harder for you to. You probably can get pregnant, but it's harder for you to hold the baby in. Sometimes they even have to go in there and her True. Thanks, True. They come in and you want her? There you go. Hey, girl, I didn't mean to cut into your live. That's why I was going. I remember I was gonna push it back. Truth is what I had planned on doing. Because I didn't want to cut into what you were doing over there. You keep going on and off mute. What's wrong?
Yeah, I keep hitting the button, but no, no, no. You didn't cut into anything. We was just chilling over there to, cause I had promised them that I was gonna go on that channel, and
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't planned on being on there but a couple of hours anyway. You
Oh,
didn't cut into anything. No, we good.
oh, okay. So yeah, you familiar with
Yeah,
Jim Jones and Chrissy, girl?
I want to talk about that. I do want to talk about it because I'm
Let's
so
talk
upset. But
about
let me tell you, I think Amanda may be asleep because I had to drop her off the thing,
it.
the
Law.
stream yard. So I think she dozed off. I think she was up there snoring.
Well, look, you should have recorded a little bit. Don't put her out there like ain't gonna do my
No, I
clothes.
ain't gonna do it
Thank
like
you
that. I ain't
for
gonna do it like
thank
that.
you, thank you for
But
look.
yeah, hey
Listen,
chat, hey everybody in the chat. Girl, listen, I am so upset about that. Listen, I love me some Jim Jones,
girl,
and I
ain't
love
he
me some
fine?
Chris.
Whoa,
Girl,
he
Jim Jones is sexy. Have you seen him walk? Oh my
yes.
God. He is one sexy man and it look like he just get better with time. I used to watch that show. You remember that show?
Mm-hmm. Jim and Chrissy. Yep.
Yes, I watched that show. I love them as a couple. I resonate with Chrissy. She's
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot. I'm a whole lot. But yeah, I just knew that. Well, I ain't gonna say I knew they was gonna get married because I could tell. Like, let me tell you something. First of all, I heard you ask the question. You said something about a woman staying with a man for so many years,
15, girl, she was with him for 15 years.
well, I was with my Tony before he passed for almost for like 14, and we
Okay.
never got married.
Talk
Now
to me.
we were now we were engaged. We were engaged.
Okay.
But I kept with. I'll talk about the wedding part later. But um, now for her and him,
Mm-hmm.
it's weird because I don't think. Well, they say he's married now, which I just don't understand. But
Oh, yes, we gotta talk about that's the twist. Girl, they say he don't marry Brooke. Oh, was it Brooke?
yes, my daughter was telling me about it, but I don't think neither one of them had been married before. So why now? Cause see, with me, as far as me and my Tony, I had been married before for years,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and and he been married for years too. When I met him, he was a widow. His wife had been passed for 2 months.
Yeah, Brooke Bailey,
So
that's her name. Okay. So
yeah,
you married him. Okay, and his
so
wife been
both of us had been married before, right? And so Tony asked me 3 times to marry him before I actually said yes throughout the years. So, but my thing is this: I don't understand. Now, I do know Chrissy. I do believe Chrissy loved Jim Jones to death. Like,
yeah, she loved
I
that man.
didn't even
Dirty
know they were
dog.
broken up.
I didn't either till girl it come all across my timeline that they had broken up and that he supposedly married Brooke Bailey.
Okay, so Funberry said, "What's wrong with my hair? What are you talking about?
Declare on your
And
avatar.
don't hate on my big, huge, excessive Afro puffs or whatever that is. Don't do that."
Yeah, Brooke Bailey. That's who he supposedly and he's
Now,
supposed to.
Funberry said he's not married to her. She actually went live and cleared the rumors up.
Yeah, I saw that. She did go live and said no. She was
But
like,
are they like a couple, Fun? Are they together? Because I didn't know him and Chrissy had broke up.
me either. Me either.
He's
That
not. Him
mm-mm.
and Chrissy posted they still together. Where did that rumor come from?
At least him and Chrissy posted that they still together. K Shell. Cause okay, well, honey, somebody done started that rumor. Cause I was like, see, that's why you don't give a man the best years of your life. Then you break up, he just up and marry somebody the next 2 days. It's, boy, that make a woman go psychotic.
Well,
Or
that's only if that now. If listen, if a woman wants to get married, now I'm
mhm,
not gonna say. I am gonna say like when I got with Tony, I never after I left, I never said. I said I wasn't gonna get married again.
yeah,
I said I wasn't gonna ever get married again, but eventually I changed my mind about my Tony. But now, if a woman is with a guy, right, and she's with him for years and years and years, and she actually wants to get married, and
mm-hmm.
he will not marry her, yeah, that's crazy. Like, at what point do you say, listen, I want to be married. You don't want to marry me. If you don't ever intend on marrying me, then I'm
Let
just gonna
me
walk
know.
away.
Yeah, let me
Yeah. Now,
look.
don't get it twisted. It's some people that are in long term relationships that actually don't want to get married. They're just together. Cause see, I think I
Yeah,
heard Too Strong talk about this too. That there are couples out there that had been together for 20 some odd years would get married and divorce within a year.
yeah.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm saying? And then there are couples that they be together for years and years and years, never get married, but they be together for years. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but
I guess it's whatever I guess that works for you. But like I said, how long is really too long because we do know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Chrissy definitely wanted to marry Jim and has
absolutely.
made that known. You remember she
She
proposed,
proposed to him.
he got on one knee, made a total
I remember that girl. I was hollering because I remember, and then I remember too that he proposed to her too, as well. He surprised her.
mm-hmm.
I think she had gone out of town or something for a girls' trip. I don't know if it was her birthday or one of her moves where she had, because she would get in her moves to where she would go, go on a trip or something because he would piss her off or
Yeah,
whatever.
she
So,
gets sick of Jim foolishness.
yeah, I do know she was on a trip. I remember she was on a trip, girls' trip or whatever. He surprised her.
Mm-hmm.
He surprised her and he proposed to her. So they've both proposed to each other. So
Okay.
I don't understand. Now, like I say, with me, as far as me getting married I procrastinated with that.
I
And it
can
wasn't,
see your point, true, because
but
you know.
listen, let me be clear though. It wasn't me procrastinating because I didn't want to marry him. That's not the
I
case.
think because of your previous relationship when we was talking last night, maybe that's why you was like, nah,
No, that's
that
not it.
ain't
Because I
it.
knew, because I wanted to marry him. I had no qualms or no apprehensions. I kept postponing it due to me wanting my ceremony to be a certain way,
Okay.
and certain people being able to be there. And listen, I had 2 dates, and each time I canceled the dates because of one time my brother couldn't make it, and then the next time it was because my brother had passed. So it was a lot with that. It had nothing to do with me not wanting to get married.
Mm-hmm.
It had to do with me wanting it to be perfect, wanting this person and that person there, and then like I say, my brother ended up passing. So it was just a lot with that. But that's one. Let me tell you something. That's one regret I will take to my grave.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't just say fuck it all and just do it. But
Because
yeah,
people make time for what they want to make time for. If in the ones
absolutely.
the ones that because sometimes you'll postpone stuff and people never had no intent when you do say, well, they can make it this day, they still don't show up. You know what I'm saying? You know
Well,
how
it
people.
wasn't, yeah, that's true. But it was due to circumstances. But as far as a woman being with a man, knowing she wants to get married, and then just realizing and recognizing that that man ain't gonna never marry her, yeah, you should move on. You
Yeah,
should definitely move on if you want to be married. Because I
yeah.
mean, that's crazy. If you gonna be together and you've been together for years and you claim you ain't going nowhere, we gonna be together. Why not just get married?
Go
I
ahead and
guess.
make it official, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
does Jim have any children?
Mm-hmm. He
He
got a
does
son,
have.
I know.
I
He
know
got that
Chris
son
don't
ought to
have
be a
one.
teenager by now. Hell, he might be grown. He was on
Probably
the
is.
show. He was on the
Okay,
show.
okay. So he got a little Jim running around.
Yeah, he got a cute little son. Well, back then I know he got to be. If
If he
he's
look
still a
anything
teenager,
like
he
that,
got to be
daddy,
almost grown.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If he look anything like that, daddy, he fine. Cause Jim is a.
Jim Jones is 1/6 specimen.
I
Yes, he
ain't
is.
know
Yes,
he's fine.
he is.
So that's why she probably why she just stays so long too. I think sometimes we too as
She
men.
love him. I think she
Oh,
actually loves him.
girl, she love his dirty draws. She love it,
Mm-hmm.
and she figured if I just hang in there and he look, come on, Flexi, come on through, girl. Hold on. Wait. What I do wrong? There we go. There she go.
I
Come
be
on.
looking for
Hey,
you. I'm
girl.
thinking True still alive. Hey y'all. I think it's True still alive. We over here at the church house.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm all right, girl. I'm a little upset, but I mean, I can't be upset because I still, get rewarded at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
my girl, girl, I thought they were gonna be able to fix my baby, girl. They done totaled my damn car.
Oh, no.
I told you, Flexi. I told you. I
The
told
man
you.
called me, but I mean, good thing is, hey, I get a brand new one, so it is, it
Hey,
is what
I
it
know
is.
that's right. Get a brand spanking new one.
I was like, man, well, that one was new too, but they
Well.
don't want to pay that money for all those electrical components because he was
Mm-hmm.
like, it's gonna cost us at least 16 to 20,000 to fix this car when we should
Thank you, Sherry.
just go ahead.
Yeah, so they might as well total it. Well,
Yeah.
to think about it now, these new cars, everything is so computerized on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like my car is the 22, and
Mm-hmm.
girl, I'll be terrified if I lose the darn key because it ain't no way to start it up without that
Yeah.
electronic key at all.
Yep. So he was like, yeah, the battery. I bet it was the battery because that battery, that electric battery is
Oh
like
yeah, girl, they
8,000.
said them things.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them be about $10,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they was like, we just gonna go on and just pay you for your car. I was like, oh
Okay.
man.
Well, you might they pay for it. It's probably appreciated. Maybe get a little leftovers.
Yeah, they sending me some cash
Well,
for
hey,
this
do your
stuff.
thing. Get your upgrade.
Yeah, I am. I said I might as well get the current. Well,
Get the
2025 will be here.
upgrade.
So
Y'all come on in and hit the like button and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want
mm-hmm.
to. If you don't like it, if you want to sit in the bushes, then hit the dislike button. Long as you keep me in the algorithm,
That's
it's
right,
all
girl.
good. You
Let me
feel
tell
me? Because
you.
some folks don't want it. They scared to jump down out of the chats, honey, because they might be seen over here with the church ladies chattering. Look, my
Where a
co-host,
man be? Where a
look,
man be? She upside
That
down.
she
girl
over there
sleep.
sleep.
She sleep.
I'm gonna drag her by her edges the more after she done
Girl,
me
you're
about
working and she
going
sleep.
live. And I'm gonna get her up. But she went to church tonight, so I ain't gonna
Oh
miss
yeah.
her. But girl, we're talking about you remember all the rumor here a few days ago was Jim Jones and Chrissy had got they had a lover spat or whatever, and they had broke up after 15 years, and he supposedly married Brooke Bailey from Love and
Yes, I
Basketball.
saw that. I saw that.
And that's what I was like, how long is too long? Do you
Cause they
say
said Chrissy, wasn't she with him for like some 20 plus years or something?
Uh-huh.
And they
it
said
It's
he
been a
got
long
more than 15? Girl, it's more than 15.
yeah, they've been together for like 20 some years. And
Look,
they said
ain't
that
no
the
way.
Brooke Bailey girl, the Bailey girl got a baby on the way. He got her pregnant or something.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I seen that. They said he's supposed to have a baby on the way with her.
They say it's a
Mhm.
rumor, girl. They saying it's a rumor, and
Wow, we don't see.
that she's. Keep It Q said it's because I asked, did he have a son? And Keep It Q said he got a son, and
Yeah, he
say that
do.
he 21 years old. But it
I
ain't
knew I
Chrissy
knew he
child.
had to be a little younger though, baby, because he was almost like a teenager on that
When he
show, and
was
that
on
show
that
was on
show.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he was on that show, he was a little thing then. But
Mm-hmm.
Look,
mhm.
Flex, we already know you ain't hanging around that long because you done said it. They start
Girl, you already know.
Flex is like,
Baby.
honey, y'all get, you got to go.
One
But we
thing
was
pissed me
talking
off,
about
I'm
how
gone.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that joke is some kind of fine though, because when they find honey, putting it, he probably put it down. You know how he probably doing it, honey, and she
But
just
one of Chrissy exes, now he's I guess in the feds, but he so-called called himself exposing her some years ago.
what?
Yeah, because he was a big time drug lord. And
Oh,
Chrissy, and he threw her up under the bus for something. I forgot what it was. It was a whole video on it, like and the guy supposed
thank
to
you,
have did
Sherry.
a interview or something where he
Mm-hmm.
was exposing her. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta find that. I ain't never
Yeah,
heard
Now
of
we gonna
yeah,
have
I
to
seen it a while.
dig up
I
some
seen it
stuff
some
on
years
it.
ago.
We're gonna have to dig up some stuff because I did
Mm-hmm.
see her interview. It looked like she was on like some little like podcast, and they was interviewing her. She was like, "Oh, I didn't." They said that I found out about it on the internet. This is what Brooke Bailey was saying. and
Mhm.
said I was on Jim who, but then they showed a picture of them in white, like all if you go and
Mhm.
Google it, some pictures of them all in white, and all like kind of close that for somebody that say you don't know who he is or whatever. But you know how these men, honey, they look, they'll string you along as you let them, as long as you let
Right.
them. But you, like I said, he just, ooh, you be like, well, why'd you stay so long? And then looks like that somebody might say, well, did you see him? Did you? Because he, oh, that joker, some kind of sexy. Jim
Yeah.
Jones, he's a mess though. But I was like, for here, even if they was in a relationship for that many years, and then she walk away, and then he up and marrying somebody. That's what, because the rumors, the streets were saying that Chrissy laid hands on her.
Yeah,
Put
they
them
say Chrissy, baby, Chrissy don't play, hun. They say Chris be beating tails around him.
girl.
Oh yeah, she was raw raw on that. I remember that TV
Yeah.
show. I used to watch
Yeah,
that TV
Girl,
show,
sure.
baby.
y'all
I
don't
love that
Me
remember
thing.
when
too.
she jumped on Jewel's
Uh,
Uh
Kimberly,
huh.
Kimberly,
Uh
Kimbella,
huh.
whatever her name
Kim
was.
girl
Yeah.
Kimbella, and
Kim
Yeah,
Bella.
Kim Bella. Yeah.
drug
Yeah.
her out of that darn ottoman and dog walked her butt.
Sure did.
She didn't have on
Sure
no
did.
drawers.
But
And
she asked
Chrissy went
Jim,
by
did
and
she
stomped her.
wait a minute. Did she ask him to marry her?
Yes.
She asked him first,
Yeah.
and then he asked her. He did propose to her too, though.
But it took him a long time.
Yeah, it took me a long time to see what happened. She proposed to him, right?
Hmm.
So then it went like a long time, and she grew mad. She was mad about it. She was like, he said yes, and yet they still, didn't get married or whatever, whatever. So he ended up proposing to her. That's why I don't get it. Like, okay, so both of y'all want to get married. What is the issue?
Yeah. And that Jim Jones like 50. Is he going on 60? He
I don't
old.
know, but he is aging well, baby. He is aging like
He
fine
is old.
wine. Don't do that.
Yeah, he is. I didn't say he looked old, but I just know he up there in the numbers now.
He thought, yeah, he started looking old. But
She older than Jim Jones?
I
Chrissy
don't know,
older
but
than
she
Jim,
like
I
50,
think.
ain't she like 51, 52, something like
I
that?
think she a little
What?
older than him. Yeah, I think she a little older than him.
Yeah,
Oh
that was my
wow.
thing. She had stayed with him all them years and give him okay, Chris. Here we go. We got look, keep it cute is on it, honey. She be watching the show.
Yeah, real.
Look, because she said Jim is 48 and Chrissy is 53. Now she definitely don't
Wow.
look 53.
And that woman
Oh,
ain't got no kids in there. He know he wrong for that.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. She done wasted the best years of her life on him.
Mm-hmm.
And don't even have
Mm-hmm.
no children.
She don't.
That'd probably be a pretty baby, them too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Cause
yeah.
she got some beautiful thick hair. I love her
Oh,
hair.
I think
I
she's a
love
very
her. I
Yeah,
love
she's
me
very
some
beautiful.
Chris.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
do too. Hey, Urban. Look, your Urban. Heard you over there talking about divorce tonight. You can never drop that link so I can get up there. Urban be stingy
Urban.
with us. Yeah, but we talking about how long is too long to stay in an uncommitted relationship. Well, they say they were committed because, like everybody said, they proposed. I just thought it was crazy for her to propose to him. I don't think I had that in me to get down there.
No,
And
yeah,
that's
I
because
can't
at
do
that
it.
point it's like you begging and you desperate.
That's
That's
how I
not
look
true. If
at
that's the case,
it.
the man begging. I mean, don't get it twisted. Now, I don't think I ever propose. I would never propose, but I don't think that's like begging. I think
I do.
honestly,
I do too.
I
I bet
don't.
you did,
I
Florida.
don't. I don't think it's begging. I think it's different. I think it's bold. It takes courage. I wouldn't do it, but I thought it was cute. Honestly, when she did it, I did.
Tayshia said she said that pic from her brother's wedding and that pic was from her brother's wedding and someone photoshopped Jimmy. Look at her. See,
Wow.
people just messy. And now see,
Yeah.
the supposing she didn't know that, and she really did jump on that girl because y'all know Chrissy's true.
So she jumped on the girl.
Well, that was what the word on the street was that
Mhm.
Brooke Bailey's supposed to hit a black eye. Now that was out yesterday, but on
Oh,
that little
Lord.
podcast she was on. But honey, ooh, but keep it cute said now true. It do to me now. I would think it would seem a little desperate. And Chrissy, she's so pretty, but I wonder does she lack
I
some?
don't see it as being. I don't see it as being desperate. I'm sorry, I
I
don't.
know it's a
No,
little
no, no. Let me be clear. I don't see it being desperate in their situation. Now there is, yeah, I don't see it being desperate in their situation. I'm gonna just put it like that.
I
Okay.
ain't asking no man to marry me.
Me
I'm sorry.
either. I ain't bound. I just don't know because I feel like he ought to know if he want to marry me.
Oh Lord,
I
here
ain't
go Urban, the
I just ain't.
debater.
Look, what you got to say on this subject, Urban? Come
I
on
don't
with it.
even I don't even know what y'all talking about. But
We
Mimi, you know
talking
good and
about
darn well. Hey, Mimi, you know good and darn well. I have certain shows where I be dropping the link. That's when I
okay.
do my Ask Every Anything show.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, look, you know my co-host who sleep on me tonight. She said you were stingy with the link. I said, Urban, you gonna drop that link? Cause he up there talking about they get what you say, Urban? They getting rid of no fault divorce. Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah, they trying to get rid of no fault
You low,
divorce
Urban. Yo, you
allegedly.
real low. You need to turn you low. Your sound a little.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Hold on, let me adjust the audio. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, that's we sound low to y'all. Is it just me?
Not to
He,
me.
yeah, he turned it up some.
Okay, now say something, Urban.
Okay,
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah,
Much,
that's
much
better.
better.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
We want to hear what you guys to say. Okay, are you familiar with Jim Jones, the rapper? I know you are from Dipset
Yeah,
up in New York.
mm-hmm.
You know he was with Chrissy, or is they saying that it was not true, but she been with him. They say over 20. I thought it was just 15 years is what they were saying, but they said over 20 something years with this man, and he still hadn't married her.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, how long is too long? How long do you keep staying on a promise like that? I mean, what makes? I mean, is he stringing her along? Do he really want to marry her? What's really going on there?
No, they already married. They're just not legally married.
Exactly.
They common law married. Is that what you're saying?
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. That's what you call it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
so
They're just not legally married. The reason why he don't want to legally be married is because he don't want to have community property with her.
he ain't got nothing, no way. The money that the stuff. Remember, she
Now,
invested
Chrissy,
all.
don't get it twisted. Chrissy
Chris
got
got
all the
some
money
money.
now.
She
Yeah,
got
she
some
got her
money.
Mm-hmm.
own stuff because you remember he had lost that house up there that she had bought and invested. They were supposedly invested, and he didn't even tell it that the house was in foreclosure. Y'all remember that?
I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So
look,
So I'm not familiar with that situation. Is she the one who asking him to marry her,
She
or
asked him. She
yeah,
asked him. She proposed to him
first.
first. Time went on. They
Mhm.
didn't get married. She got upset about it and was threatening to leave. And then he, in turn, turned around and proposed to her.
Like that
oh,
wasn't in that
gotcha.
same year, was it? Was it in
No,
the?
it would no,
Yeah, it
no.
was sometime later. Ain't no way I would have. I just wouldn't do it. That, like I said, it's to me, it's hey Caribbean goddess, how you doing? Thank you for coming on in with us tonight. To me, I'm old fashioned, but people don't do things the conventional way. But I'm like, the truth said, common law marriage is not, recognized in every state.
It's not
Yeah.
recognized in the state. People, I'm gonna be quiet because I get a little
Come
irritated.
on, man, come on. This is what we talking about.
No,
We
no,
good.
it's not recognized in every state, but the word of a mouth is, long as you do a verbal agreement, that's it. You're married.
So you
You
just have
stay
a
together. From what I
Hmm.
had to learn, well, I ain't gonna say learn the hard way. From what I learned in my situation, as long as you reside with each other for a certain amount of time, as
right.
long as you recognize, you recognize yourself as a couple, others recognize you. It's different. I just know about my state. I don't know about other states, but I do know what the criteria is. Okay, to be recognized as
Hmm.
common law marriage. I
Mm,
just get a little irritated and agitated. And I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna talk about it, I gotta be honest.
let's
I
talk
get a
about it.
little and I get the sanctity of marriage and going before the preacher and all of that. I get it. I just get a little irritated when people tend to look down on people that may be common law married versus legally married. Because
Mm,
let me
Yeah,
tell
me
you
too.
something. You got people that are legally married that are miserable, they're unhappy, they they
true.
they stay in the marriage, and then you got people that are common law married and their marriage is better than the legal. I just get irritated. I do.
Mm.
If, if a couple has been together for so many years, you get me, and if the law says okay, we recognize you as being married, I just cannot stand when people tend to look down on people that are common law married. I just do.
I don't
I
think
just
I'm
do.
looking at. I just,
And maybe I may get irritated about it because I've been in that position. Now I've been
yeah.
legally married. Okay, I've been legally married before, and I've also been in a common law marriage.
Okay. It says, as of, according to Google, as of July 2024, 17 states recognize some form of common law marriage, including 8 states that fully recognize it, which is Colorado, the District of Columbia, Iowa.
States that fully recognize. Sorry, let me cut
Oh,
you down. I put
uh,
you up on another device.
okay.
Yeah.
Kansas, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, and Texas. And then I think
Mm-hmm.
where you are, Truth, in Alabama, only recognizes common law marriage that occurred before June 1st of 2017. Now I don't know why
I
that
was
is
together. That's why mine was recognized as common law. We had been together way before then.
so long. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. But like I said, I, like a lot of us are just old fashioned. Stuck. It's a lot of things. Marriage is,
There's nothing. I don't have an issue with people
tradition.
being old fashioned and having their traditional beliefs. I don't have an issue with that. What I have an issue with is that they judge the people
Yep.
that
Oh, like
are
it
legally
was
married. They tend to
married or
judge
more in
people
love.
or look down upon those that are not legally married. That's my only issue. Like I
Yeah.
get it. I get the traditional. I did the traditional. I did the traditional. And my tradition, my common law marriage was way better than my legal marriage. I'm gonna just say it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what
Mm-hmm.
it is for me. I just
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with Truth argument on that because I think it's very unfair, unrealistic for people to demonize people who are on common law or who's not legally married because at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. Well, I'm not. It's not the same thing because to be legal married is you're legally bound by the said state. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That y'all are this couple and you pretty much allowing the government to be part of your business. So that's that.
that's the
But
way to look at
come,
Well,
it.
that is Urban
that's
always
pretty much
got a
what it
twist.
is. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Urban always got a
that's
twist.
pretty much what it is. But other than that, common law, the government not in your business. Y'all could, if y'all say that y'all want to separate and be done with it, you don't have to spend $500 for a divorce. You could just leave and be done with it.
True, that's
Oh,
easier.
that's true.
Yeah, I guess it's easier to walk away. Just like, okay, shut your ties. But supposing you been with that man all of them years, like all those years, and then like even though we recognize in common law and y'all built wealth together, and then like say one's credit may have been stronger than the others, and say yeah, okay, y'all walk away, and then say maybe you didn't put stuff in your name because y'all common law marriage, you're not doing things conventional or the way you just doing it, and y'all
Hmm.
living life, but heaven forbid, say, something did happen and y'all split up, and then one person walk away with more, even though y'all may have built it together.
You do know that can happen in a legal marriage too, as well,
That's
right?
true. I do. I
Yep.
know. I told you I had a
Yep.
cousin that I loved dearly. That man, he was married to his wife, and he paid $50,000 in 1 year in child support and 25,000 as an alimony settlement.
Hmm. And that's still a no fault divorce. And that's why they're arguing about the no fault divorce because you don't need no type of reasoning. You don't have to prove
Hmm.
anything with a no fault divorce at all. All you gotta do is say I'm done with the relationship. Go to the judge or whatever and argue about community property. That's it. And then
Okay.
9 times out of 10, it'd be like 50% community property be shared, or it could be 60%. It does depend on the circumstance.
Okay.
That's why a lot of men per se do not like entering into a legal marriage because they end up have to share 50% of their community property with a woman,
And see, that's when I
especially.
say that. And see, but Urban, that's when I say a man shouldn't get married. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you decide that you love somebody enough to marry them, that whole financial thing shouldn't even play a part. That's just how I
Hmm.
feel. Like if you want to marry somebody, you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life, and
That's
you
the plan.
want to have a life with them, for you to, and I get it for the people that got a whole lot of money, I get it. But to me, honestly, like when you throw that financial part in there as part of being a reason why you don't want to marry a person that you say you love, you say you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want to build a life with, that whole financial part of you being cautious about money, that means you don't truly love that person. Because let me tell you
Hmm.
something. A person that truly love, a couple that truly loves each other will sleep up under a bridge to be together.
Now
That's
that's
how I feel. That's how I
Yeah.
felt about the person I was with. I wouldn't give a darn if that man didn't have a dime. If one he lost everything, we lost everything, and we had to sleep up under a bridge together. As long as we was together, I was good.
yeah.
You
Hmm.
get what I'm
So
Yep.
saying?
we got to be
So
together. I get what
Yep.
you're saying.
Yeah, let me add on to that too. Um, See, the whole disconnect is with not with our generation because we believe in the whole institute of love. We believe that
right,
um,
right.
love is more than financial because we could do it
Mm-hmm.
together, right? But
Do it
in this
together, right?
modern yeah, but this modern day generation, they don't think like that at all, especially with the women. The women, when they enter into these said relationships, especially marriage, they think about it as a partnership, as a business transaction for them, what they could get out of it. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's where the disconnect is happening in this generation with that. The men, on the other hand, they want to be in a relationship with the woman out of love because they've been brought out of traditional values. But the modern day woman, they don't think like that at all, period.
I don't think. I mean, I guess in a sense, I guess it's a contract, but I
Now,
wouldn't think it as a business
It
decision.
all boils down to the fact that these days people get married for the wrong reasons, and it's
Right.
not
And they
always
get
love.
married and not
yeah,
to
it's
stay
true.
together forever. They get together like, oh, I'll try marriage. And if it don't work, then I'm just gonna get out of it and I'll move on to the next too.
Hmm.
I'm on
Hmm.
They
you.
don't place the same value on it as we
Yeah.
did.
And at that point, then
Hmm.
you probably just need to stay either as a couple. But
Stay single. Yeah,
yeah,
stay
or
single.
just
Hmm.
stay single, or hey, just have your little partners if that's what you want. But yeah,
Yeah.
so Mark Urban, you saying you for this no fault get doing away with what is it fault? What is it now? Say no fault marriage.
No fault divorce.
Yeah, you for it?
You asked me as I'm for Trump taking it away or
Okay.
against it.
Yeah. What's your stance on it? Yeah, are you for it or you against it?
Well, if that's what's going to happen, which I doubt it, if that's going to happen, but let's say hypothetically that do happen. To be honest with you, sure, I'm actually for it, for Trump taking it away because we need to be held accountable because that's the only way these modern day generation is going to learn about vetting out proper people and being in proper relationships. So for them to be in these relationships and they're going to have to deal with it. To be quite honest. Now
Mm.
the only
Look, I'm
now the
like,
only
oh,
exception. Hold up, because I know y'all could give me some pushback on that. Now the only exception to the rule is if it's dealing with anything with domestic violence or stuff like that. There, I believe that should be circumstantial, meaning that you could go to the court. There, it could be ruled as a fault
Well, I
divorce.
mean, so basically, what you're saying is, in a divorce, you think that as far as a marriage, when it comes to getting a divorce, you think that if the partner, either partner, can't prove this, that, and the third, that they should be forced to stay married.
Yeah, that they should stay married because they agreed to be married and that
No,
contract to
Urban.
begin in
No,
the first
nobody
place,
should
right?
be
oh, if
forced.
it don't work no more.
Nobody, you see, you
Nope.
thinking of it as a contract and this and that and the third, but nobody should be forced to be with somebody they don't want to be with anymore.
No, that's where y'all having a disconnect there because they didn't force themselves to be in that contract. They chose to be in that marital contract to begin with in the
No, yeah,
first
they
place.
chose to enter. They chose to enter into the contract, but if
Right.
one decide they no longer wants to be in it, they should be able to leave.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's where my disconnect is at. The only way that they're gonna learn is for them to stay in that relationship. The only exception to if they're dealing with situations that with domestic violence, then it would be a fault divorce at that case where
You
they
do
can go and
know
prove
that
that to the
domestic
courts.
violence. Now, I agree with you that if you're in a domestic violence situation, you absolutely should be able to get out of a marriage.
Right.
But there are other things that causes a person not to want to be, as such as infidelity, as
Mm-hmm.
such as
Hmm.
they just not compatible anymore. They don't want a person that. No, I don't think anybody should be forced to stay in a marriage.
Mm-mm.
Like
Mm-mm.
even with things dealing with domestic violence, infidelity, there are different situations that falls under the category as a fault divorce, and you could and go to the court and apply for that. You know what I'm saying? But when it's dealing with a non-fault divorce, it don't matter. You could just be like, one day I'm bored, I don't feel like being with you no more. And you just go in and get a divorce. I
Absolutely, you
honestly
should
believe,
be able to.
Right. So you saying, okay, well, irreconcilable differences. So, like she said, sometimes,
yeah, that's
people
saying
grow apart.
non-fault divorce.
Say what?
Yeah, I
Say
was saying that falls in line of non-fault divorce, irreconcilable differences.
right. Because what if they're saying they don't try to work it out, but they got so many issues that they're unable to reconcile. They no longer see eye to eye. Like you say, people grow apart. Relationships grow apart. Hey, Carla, that's my little sis in the chat.
I,
Hey, Carla.
Sweet
I,
Howard, how you doing, Nicole?
I say this. I say this that people should be grown adults where they could work out situation because relationships is going to have issues, it's going to have problems, it's going to be situations where people are going to evolve even further in a relationship, and they should be two competent grown adults to work it out. Now
But what if
if
they
it's no,
can't,
if
Herbert?
it's they need to work it out. Period. But if it's
Uh-uh.
something dealing with like mental disorder or just like I stated earlier about domestic violence, or if the relationship is toxic, then yeah, do a one fault divorce, and that way you can exit out of it.
I don't know, but what if both of them
Because
agree that they have irreconcilable differences? What if both parties agree that they can't agree and that the marriage is just because that's forcing? Because you either gonna force somebody to be in a relationship they don't want to be in, they're gonna start resenting one another, and the love
mhm.
is gone anyway. So what's the point in them
Yeah,
saying?
that goes back to damn. You might as well still have arranged marriages if that's the case. That's crazy
They go
to
back to
force
the
Yeah,
somebody
marriage.
to
and that's
stay in a marriage that they don't want to be in. That's crazy. That's
yeah,
no.
and that's why I'm saying that if it's any other type of situation, then you could go to the court then and request a fault divorce, because within the fault divorce you have to prove what is going on for their relationship to end, versus a non-fault divorce. You don't have to prove nothing. All you got to do is say, hey, we don't want to be together because of irreconcilable differences, and they're like, okay, and granted. That's the difference between the two. So that's why I'm saying that if you could prove within a fault divorce that these are the areas that is causing us disconnect and we just can't get along, the relationship is toxic, then the court would decide for you to exit out. And 9 times out of 10, the court is going to ultimately grant your fault divorce as long as you can prove that it's an actual fault divorce versus a non-fault divorce.
Yeah.
And then also when y'all think about it in this perspective, the divorce rate is really high. It's like at 80% right now. And so if non-fault was removed and we only had fault divorce, then that would decrease that divorce rate a whole lot, because then people would start choosing their partners carefully.
More wisely,
Start
but I
vetting,
wouldn't
yeah,
say
more
that I
wisely.
would
Start
go
vetting
for
them out.
should force me to stay in a marriage that we both
Baby, no
that
ma'am, no
won't
ham.
live here no more. Hey, Carla, or Nicole, one of y'all hit the link. Come up here and weigh in on this. Look, y'all know Urban, his beta
That
marriage.
is crazy. That's crazy
I'm
to
not
think.
no. Hey, I know you did not call me no darn beta
No,
man. I ain't no
you got
beta
no.
male.
You get your. No, you have the toxic. Are you in the toxic masculinity?
No,
Oh,
I'm not tax masculinity or nothing like that. I just give a different perspective.
you definitely give it, and I welcome it. I do, but it's crazy out here in these streets. But I definitely don't agree with that because
But y'all but nothing Tuesday. Y'all gotta understand that a lot of things have evolved in our culture a lot. It's not the same how the way it was when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? And how the way
Mhm.
we perceive things to be now. So I believe that
true.
since everything's
Yeah, 'cause
evolving the way that it is, things have to evolve too. Even the law itself.
Yeah.
but do you think that's evolution of the law to require your people to stay in a marriage that they don't want to be in? Do you
I,
really consider that evolution?
So I consider it as a boundary that need to be set so that way people don't always have an exit strategy, because that's how this generation think now, is that they always have an exit strategy to exit out of stuff instead of
But
being
it
two
is
grown
not
couple
up
adults and
to the
solving your
government.
problem.
It is not up to anybody else, Urban, other than that couple, whether or not they want to stay in a marriage. That is, to me, you talk about boundaries. To me, that's crossing a boundary. That's crossing a boundary. That's telling that's going into somebody people's personal lives and saying, look, because this didn't happen or that didn't happen. No, you can't get a divorce. You're gonna stay together. You're gonna make it work. That is crazy.
What my rebuttal on that is that they should have never made the decision to
Well,
get
you
into a
do know
legal
that
binding
people now.
contract.
Now, I do listen. I do agree that a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons these days, right? But there are cases where a couple does get married. They're in love at the time. They plan on spending the rest of their lives
right.
together. But things happen. Things happen.
Hmm.
Feelings change. Seasons change. Shout out to that song. I love that song. Seasons change. Yeah. But anywho, but yeah, but and so things change, and so yeah, a couple can very well naturally just grow apart and decide, look, we will be better as friends, better as friends than being married, and they should be able to choose whether or not they want to stay in that marriage or not.
Yeah.
Now they entered it with good intentions, but like I say, things change, feelings change, so they decide, look, we'll be better off as friends. And so they want to get out the marriage and remain friends. And
Right.
but you
Without
saying
respecting one another.
since they entered into that marriage that they should be forced to stay together? No, that's not no.
And the reason why is because they made the choice and decision to enter into that contract relationship, to have the government involved in their relationship to begin in the first place. So therefore, since they made that choice to do that, they're gonna have to make the choice for the government to decide for them to exit out of that
The
through a
government
fault
should not
divorce.
decide whether or not
That
somebody stays
they,
married.
they, they, they don't get into no contract relationship. This be a common law relationship.
Absolutely, human beings can do what him as long as it's not against the law. Human beings can make the decision to do whatever they want to do. They can make the
Hmm.
decision to go down there and get married and say, "Look, after 6 months, I don't want to be married no more." That is a personal choice. That has nothing
Hmm.
to do with the government.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I agree with what Urban's saying in a sense. Like, okay, people should really be conscious of when they enter
Look,
into
Mimi,
a
y'all
marriage.
gotta stop.
But I
Y'all gotta
don't
stop
agree.
acting like the government is gonna be
I
able
don't
to
agree.
control people's morals and values. They can't. They
Right. And
cannot.
I agree. I
They
don't think
can't.
you should be made to
Hmm.
stay in a marriage, period. If it's
And,
over, it's over.
and my rebuttal on that is that if you don't want the government to be a part of your relationship, you don't want the government to be part of your morals and value, do not allow them to be a part of it, period. That's my rebuttal on it.
Y'all are making the sanctity of marriage, since y'all want to put so much emphasis on the sanctity of marriage. Y'all are making the sanctity of marriage and the decision to whether or not to get married and stay married. Y'all are making that that's not a government thing. The government need to worry about their own marriage, not try to
Hmm.
control other people's that is listen, it
I
has
think
to
you
be.
misunderstanding what my perspective is, truth. I think people
You just
really
said you
do.
agree with Urban, and I
No.
absolutely
I
don't
said
agree with
I
Urban.
him to a certain point to where I think people really need to like
Mimi, it's
before they
common sense
listen,
that
that's
it
what I'm
listen,
saying.
it is
Before they
common
enter
sense.
into a
It
marriage.
is
But
common
I
sense. And in
definitely
a
don't
perfect
think
world,
should be
in a
made to stay
perfect
in a marriage.
world, people will do exactly what you're saying in a perfect
Yeah,
world, but we're not. We're not in a
we're
perfect
not.
world.
I
Everybody
agree.
don't think the same. Everybody don't have the same values, okay?
Right.
So but since a person don't have the same values or morals or whatever, the government can't make them have it. That's something
That's
that's in you. That's something that you're raised to have. The government
right.
don't have nothing to do with that, right? So what I'm
Hmm.
saying is, yeah, everybody should sit down and think about it and take marriage seriously. Absolutely. But everybody
Yeah.
don't do it. Okay, everybody don't do it, but that still doesn't make it right for the government to be able to tell somebody to stay married to somebody that they don't want to be married to.
Now I agree
Hmm.
with that. I agree with what you're saying. I
Period.
totally agree with what you're saying. I don't think the government has a right to say if I know, like, if I have irreconcilable differences, we just can't. Look, it's over. We done grew apart. We no longer love each other. We're no longer in love. Then I think I should be able to leave and just let me go. Now I'm not saying you got to. No. That is a form of control, making you stay in that. I don't think see where that's the government will be able to enforce that in any kind of way. I really don't think they
So,
will.
let me ask y'all ladies this question: do y'all think it's a form of control for you to go to the justice of the peace or of well, what's that, the pastor or something like that, and get a marriage license
No, that's
You
not
and be
control.
married?
can't get a
No,
marriage
that's
license
not a
from a
form of
pastor.
control.
It
No.
has to go from the
So y'all don't think that's a form of control? So there are women, not saying y'all, but there are women out there that literally issue out an ultimatum to men and say that if you don't marry me, then this is what's going to happen. You don't think that's a form of control or a form of
First of
manipulation?
all, listen, that's different from what you just said before. But no,
How's that different?
I don't.
That's the same.
I don't
Control
think
is
it.
control, right?
No. You said, do I think it's a type of control for a person to go to a pastor or a clergy and get married? That's
Mm-hmm.
not control. That's a
Or
person.
justice of the
That's
peace.
a couple deciding to go get married. Now, if a woman goes to a man and say, "Look, either you marry me or this and that and the third," let me tell you something. First of all, no, a woman should not do that. You do not try to
Mm-hmm.
force somebody to marry you. And if I was a man and a woman came at me like that and said, "Look, either you gonna marry me or it's gonna be this and then the third," I would walk away. Because what you're not gonna do is force me into anything. You definitely not gonna force me into marriage. And a lot of women now, and I'm gonna play, I can see both sides in anything, right? So a
Mm-hmm.
woman that has the balls, okay, to go to a man and say, "Look, either you marry me or else," that woman needs to think about why that man may not want to marry her. What are you not doing or doing to where is this man don't want to marry you? And if he doesn't want to marry you and you want to be married, walk away. You don't force anybody to do anything. You don't give no ultimatums and tell a man, "Look, either you gonna marry me or well, leave. Leave."
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gone. Like they say, Chrissy was there for like all of those years, and still there, like according to what we have
And if
discussed.
a man marries a woman, listen, if a man don't want to marry a woman, right, or just on his own accord, and a woman come and gives him an ultimatum or threaten him, and he ends up marrying her, he's a punk. He's a simp. Okay,
He's a
because you don't
beta.
know, you don't force nobody, or threaten nobody to marry you. Who does that?
Hey,
Nigga,
true.
shit or get off the damn toilet. Shit or get off the
Off the
goddamn toilet,
top.
because you wasting my goddamn time.
Well, the
And
thing
you
about
can
it is,
come
I agree.
and
Listen,
marry
I agree with
me
that,
or
Amanda.
move on.
I
Hell
agree, but
no, I
this is
ain't
the
got time to
thing.
be waiting on you. You might croak and die. And I done wasted my goddamn time. If you don't want to marry me,
Oh Lord,
nigga, move on.
let
No,
me get me
Amanda,
Move
it's
free.
not
on.
if you want.
Why
No,
body
it's not if
down
you don't
and
want to
you
marry
getting the
me, move
milk for
on.
free?
No, it's not if you don't want to marry me, move on. It's that if you don't want to marry me, I'm gone.
I
Yeah,
am
and
I'm
that's
gone.
what
not
I
gonna even
said.
give you the option of moving on. I'm gonna move on.
Baby,
Man,
Period.
man.
hey, do y'all know that y'all just proved my argument?
What was your argument? How we
I,
proving it?
I, y'all proved it because I told y'all if y'all don't want to follow what the government is saying, simply do not enter into a contract relationship. Because when you enter into that contract relationship, you got to follow the law of the land.
You
Period.
are
But you
not
know
It don't
what,
making
matter. It
sense.
don't. It don't
You
matter.
are
It don't
not
matter how
making
you
sense,
feel
and
about it.
marriage
It
is
don't
not.
matter if it's
You don't
moral or
look at
not. If that's
marriage
the law of the land,
as
then you
a
got to follow it.
business. No, you do not look at marriage as a business deal.
it's not a
That's
business deal.
crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how people look at it this modern day as a business transaction.
I
Not
don't
You
us
know.
on the
need my
panel, because
Urban. You
because
you
I
you
I
you lost me. I'm gone because for you to say that marriage is a business transaction, that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hell
Urban
no,
just
yes,
that
told
ain't
that's
me
no
that's
why
how
I
business
got on my
that's
transaction. I don't agree with
yeah
that.
that's yeah that's how people interpret. I'm not talking about y'all on this panel,
excuse me.
but I'm talking about people.
You
Other
can't
people
say that
interpret
everybody
it
that
as a
enters
better
into
contract.
marriage sees it as a business contract. That's not true. That's
It's
not
Marriage is a
yes,
true.
they
covenant.
do.
Marriage
They
is a
do.
covenant. That's not a contract. You know what I'm saying? It's
And I
not.
agree. And
It's
I
a
agree.
covenant.
I agree.
Now we're not gonna sit here, Urban, and pretend that some people don't look at it that way. It's absolute. That's the gold diggers, sir. That's the men
mhm,
that get a woman and want that woman to submit to him. Well, I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna use submit. I'm gonna say, he buying the woman. He buying the woman. So yeah, that's a business contract. But everybody don't
mhm,
enter marriage in that manner. No, everybody don't enter marriage as a business deal. No, that's not true.
mhm.
That is not true. That is not. There are people still out there getting married because they love each other.
hmm
Okay.
And I could agree with you on that point, but majority of this generation now, once again, I'm not talking about us on this panel, but majority of the generation do look at it as a business contract. That's why they use the terminology of saying they're out looking for their partner because they're looking for a partnership as in a business transaction or
Well,
even a
won't
covenant
you make
because
the
at the
woman
end of
your
the day, a covenant is a
listen?
contract.
Why don't you just make the woman your business partner? Don't marry her.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
Just
they're
be a
true.
doing,
business
literally.
partner.
That's literally what they're doing, making them their business partner, literally,
That's not the
and
same
vice
thing.
versa.
No,
That
no.
ain't
You
no
don't
thing.
marry somebody
So,
you want to. No, no. That's
so your
crazy.
wife,
What Carla
your
said.
wife
Carla
is a
said.
business contract.
Carla
So
said.
your
I'm
wife is a business contract.
no,
Well,
I'm not talking about me. I don't view my
Oh,
wife as a business contract. I have the same views as y'all do for us marriage by business center of marriage, but my argument is talking about how the way the modern day culture is viewed marriage.
yes. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to you, swing back around. Carla said when dating and getting to know one another, your intentions should be placed to the forefront of your dating. To be just dating, then let it be that. Or if you're dating to be married, then say that. Now I totally agree with that. I don't think you should mislead anybody, and look, I would like to be married. That is my plan, and if you're not here if you don't want to marry, then then cut it off and move on to you know what I'm saying, to the next. That's now, can y'all agree on that, or y'all think I'm wrong for that? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
Baby,
I agree with you saying.
yeah. See, I just ain't never been I ain't never been that type of woman to be trying to tell no man, look, I have a different approach. That's all. I'm gonna just say
And I
that.
think everybody has a different approach.
I
Mhm.
think
Some
there's so
people,
many benefits in being in a marriage, and I'm not talking about monetary wise. I'm
right.
just thinking it's just
The thing,
something that,
the thing,
and
the
I'm
way
not
I
looking
feel about it
at it
is
as
this. The
I'm
way that
not
I
looking
feel
at
about it
it
is,
as
see, this is the thing. People tend to get in relationships that are not they're not compatible in, right? So if you're a woman, right, and you're dating, right, and you decide to date a guy, right, and you want to get married, and you talk to this man. See, it all goes back to communication, and you have a conversation or several conversations with this man about wanting to be married and just not dating just to be dating. You're dating to get married, or you know dating to get married, and you find out that that man is not on the same page as you. Like you dating to get married, but he don't necessarily want to get married. But yet you as a woman, you tell that man, listen, for one, you stay with him, right? You stay with him, hoping you're gonna change his mind about wanting to get married. That's for one. And for two, you tell that man, look, either you gonna marry me or you get the step. And see, me myself, I'm not gonna even give you that option. If I'm dating you and I know eventually I want to get married, you straight up tell me, look, I don't see marriage in the future. I don't want to get married. Then I'm gonna move on because you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. See, a
I'm
lot
not
of
waiting
women
no
feel. A
20
lot of
years to
women
get
feel
married.
like listen,
I'm
a
not
lot of
waiting no
women
20 years. I'm not waiting no 20 years
you're
to
not
get
listening
married.
to me, sweetie. I'm not telling you to wait 20 years. I'm telling you to go. I'm telling you to leave. I'm telling you to take that option out of that man's hand.
Yeah,
Don't say,
yeah.
no, if you don't want to marry me, leave. No, if you don't want to marry me, I'm leaving. I'm gone.
True.
I'm
That's
gone.
it. I'm not going. That's it. Now you said it right there. When you know your worth and you know your value, listen, and you know
But
what
see,
you
a
bring
lot
to
of a
the
lot
table.
of women get with these men knowing not only by what the man is saying, even if the man say he wants to get married, his actions are not showing it. Hence, Jim Jones and Chrissy. But
Yeah.
the woman stick around thinking they're gonna change that man's mind. Then you look up and you're a Chrissy. You done wasted all those years waiting on this man to marry you, and he still ain't done it. Instead of you just take, cutting your losses. Cause look, I'm that type of person. Look, either I'm gonna hurt now, I'm gonna hurt later. I'd rather hurt now and walking away than to hurt later, years down the line, and I done wasted all those years, and then I'm still ended up hurt. Come on now, make it make
Hey,
sense. You giving
hey,
too much
hey,
control to that man. Walk away.
hey, Mimi, you do realize what you just said, right? You said you know your work and you know your value, right? You do know that's in the line of a business, meaning that you're being purchased. You do
I'm so
understand
sick
that,
of you
right?
trying to make marriage a business. Something's wrong with you, Urban. Something's really wrong with your
That's what
brain.
it is.
I'm
Miss
sorry.
That's
Urban,
what
come
it is.
I'm
on, knock
I'm
sorry.
just
them
giving
off
y'all
the
the reality
head.
of what it is.
What's wrong with your brain, Urban? Urban. Marriage is not a business deal, Urban. No.
Up
Mimi
here trying
just
to talk
said,
and
if
on
you know
mute.
your value, you know your worth.
I said I
That
know
is
my
you
worth
purchasing.
as a
And
woman.
you said know your value as a woman. That is you
I
place
don't
yourself
remember
out
saying
there to
value.
be
I said I know my
purchased
worth as a woman.
as a business
You
contract,
want
as a
just
business
said
transaction.
Mimi can be purchased like a $2 hoe. What is wrong with you? Don't do
Urban.
that.
then why would you say that? Why would you say if you know your
When I
Women
say
value
are
and know
not
your
Urban,
worth?
able
I
to
know
be
who I
purchased,
am as a
Urban. We're
woman.
not into slavery day. Like, stop it. It is not that. That is not it. No, Urban. No.
Oh,
It's it's
Urban
okay.
wants
It's
to be
okay. Y'all not
ugly.
accepting it, but I'm just giving y'all the reality of it.
Mm-mm. What I'm saying is, when I say I know my worth as a woman, I know what I not necessarily a monetary value, but I know who I am as a woman. I know that I have, you know, a lot to bring to the table as a wife.
Exactly.
And, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
And
Mm-hmm.
I
And
know
and
that.
and y'all and you know that whole concept about bringing it to the table, right? Do you know what that signifies, right? That signifies a business transaction. You're sitting in a
Oh my
boardroom and you're
God.
Yeah,
sitting up here negotiating. That's
I
Oh
what
don't
my
bringing
do
it to the
that.
table is
God,
talking
man,
about.
you
You're
are
literally
talking like that, man.
negotiating.
You talking like this is a
I'm
situation
about
of
to
like
keep
the man
Urban
wanted to
name.
buy the woman for $1 million, man. Come on. Don't do that. Mm-mm.
It now I'm just saying this time y'all got to accept the reality of what it is.
Mhm.
Cause y'all using all this business terminology.
I know. Listen, what business terminology? I listen. I don't care what type of terminology I use. I do not. Now, don't get it twisted. Trey did make a good point that a covenant is a contract, but it's different. Y'all trying to do the wrong thing
A
here.
covenant is
You
a marriage is
can't.
a covenant, which is a contract before the eyes of God. It
Yes,
ain't,
that's what it is. Not a
yeah,
contract before the government, sir.
there you go.
Right, right.
Come on now, y'all quit trying to twist the
Quit
words up.
trying to make everything about a business deal. You sounded like, well, I ain't gonna even say his name because he make me sick with his orange self. But I'm just saying, everything is not everything is not about a business deal. Everything has to. No, marriage is not that. Marriage is supposed to be based off love and wanting to
Mm-mm.
be together and spend your life with each other and take care of that person, not a contract. To whereas you enter it and you can't get out of it. If you come on now, that's not what that is. No, I refuse to believe that.
So why is it so hard for two grown competent adults to communicate and solve their problems without them to say, forget it, I'ma leave?
You know, you
Because that's
asking
the
a
easy
question
way
that
out.
can, you know that you're asking a question that can never be answered by us because we can only account for self. I can't sit
Right.
here and tell you why the next couple or that couple or that couple or that couple is not able to keep their shit together. You can't ask me that.
Mhm.
You got to ask them. So it's many, many reasons why people can't, seem to get it together and do what they need to do. It's many reasons for that. But just because couples are not able to get it together and make
Right.
it work, they should not be forced to stay in a marriage.
They
Oh,
don't get legally married.
do you?
Just
Urban, let me
become a
let.
law or
What's
verbal
your name?
agreement.
Urban therapist. Let's talk therapist, Urban. Let's talk therapist. Do you know how many people, if they're forced to be in a marriage where they're not happy, will fall into depression? Do you realize how many people will? Honestly, think about
That
it.
that that's
You
that's
forcing
that's very
somebody to stay. You
true.
forcing
That's
somebody.
very low, ma'am. That's very
That's
low.
not low. That's
Yeah, it
facts.
is.
They
That's
That's
might
not
be if
no.
low.
they hurt
I'm talking
somebody.
about the percentage. I'm talking about the percentage is low.
Of people
Because
that
there are people out there right now who are part of arranged marriages and everything. They're happy.
That's in the caste system, urban, where people still arrange marriages, and
It's
people.
arranged marriages in America too. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
so
yeah,
I'm not talking about
you
over
yeah.
there
mean
in
to
the East.
tell
I'm talking
me,
about in America
listen,
too.
so you mean to tell me it's okay to make a person stay in a marriage and they are so like they want to be out of it so bad that they fall into depression and live the rest of their lives in misery and things you think that's okay?
Not everybody is living in no depression. That is a small
I'm not
percentage of
talking
people that are
about
dealing with that.
everybody.
That dealing
I'm
with
talking about the
toxic
couple
relationships.
that you are making stay married when they don't want to stay married anymore.
Damn, Urban on one tonight.
Ain't it? So,
The
urban, what about? Okay, so what you're basically saying is you got to stay in this marriage. What's going to happen is there's going to probably more than likely be some type of infidelity there. So you saying they got to stay in this marriage because somebody finds a legally binding reason to get out of it. They just can't leave. Say they both agree
yeah,
that
that's the whole point of a fault
urban.
divorce is for you to prove it that this is happening. If it's happening, you can prove it. Then the court is going to grant it. Versus
We
a
know that's
non-fault
not
divorce,
logical,
where
urban. That is not
look,
logical.
look. I'm once again. I'm not saying y'all, but there are a lot of women out there that literally sit up here and lie before the hand of the judge and say that all these situations are happening, but it really ain't true. But yet it's still they end up saying
You
it's
do know when you
irreconcilable
go before a
differences
judge
in
in court.
divorce.
You do know when you go before a judge in a courtroom, you have to show proof. You do know that's the law, right?
No, no, not with non-fault divorces you don't, but fault divorces you do.
You know what you proving? You know what you proving to that court? That you there and you want to get a divorce and you should be able to do it. You don't want to be with them no more. And you shouldn't
Mhm.
have to prove. You shouldn't have to prove infidelity. You shouldn't have to prove
I can't see you
domestic violence.
come.
You shouldn't have to prove none of that because what you can't prove is your feelings. You can't go before a judge and say, "I can prove that I don't feel this way towards this person anymore. I don't want to be with this person. We're not compatible anymore." How you gonna prove that other than saying it?
And that's the whole part of my argument is that if you're trying to base that you no longer want to be with a person based on how you feeling in that moment, then you need to be a ground adult and deal with your feelings and stay in that marriage and work it out.
You
Because you just
crazy.
feeling
You
that
don't
way
like
in a
your
moment.
man.
He
You
should.
don't
You
like
just
your
feeling that
man.
way in a
You
moment.
don't like your
Feelings come
time. You
and
don't like,
go.
if I fall
Feelings
out of
come and go.
love,
Truth.
if I fall out of love and I don't want to be with you no more, the touch your touch makes me itch. Looking at you makes me nauseous, and I just don't want to be with you no more.
That is
I
a
should be able to
that
say
is a
I don't want to be with you
feeling.
no more, and it should be over.
Truth, that is a feeling that you feeling in that moment. That is it. It comes and it goes. Just like
Are
when
you
people be
you
happy
no
and
Come
they
and
be
go, and
sad,
no
they be
sometimes it
upset.
stays.
It
no
comes and it goes.
no
So if
no
you just base it
no.
on the
Right.
feeling, then stay up in the match and deal with it.
I
But
ain't
if it's
scared with
dealing
no man
with
don't
any
want to be
type
with
of
me.
toxic situation, then yeah, by all means, go to the court and get you a fault divorce and be done with it.
If I fall out of love and I don't, let me tell you something. I would go to the courthouse
Share
and get a
this
divorce
out.
if your weeder whacker ain't whacking no more. I don't want to be with him no more. I
Why
want
why you
out.
did hey, truth. Why you just up here tell that dude to go get him a blue chew or Cialis or something like that to get it
I
back
ain't
up?
got nothing to do with that. That's your business. All I know is your weeder whacker not working
You are
anymore, and
his
I don't
you
want
are
to
his
deal with it
woman.
anymore.
If you saying that you're not being satisfied in the bed, why you not doing steps to help being satisfied?
Maybe I have.
Go
Maybe it
seek
still
a
ain't
sex
working. Maybe
therapist or
you still
whatever.
ain't getting the spot. Maybe it still ain't satisfied. And maybe I don't want to. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to be with you no more because your weeder whacker ain't working. So I'm gonna go tell the judge I
To
want a divorce because his weeder whacker ain't working, and I'm going to find me a good
to
working weeder whacker.
to truth. All he got to do is get him a vibrator and go down on you. You be good to go. So
That's his
cut it
business. No,
out.
I can get a vibrator and get
Cut
out
it
of my
out.
chest.
And he
Hey,
No,
still
hey,
and he
hey.
no,
still satisfy you the way that he need to satisfy you. Cut it out.
no.
Oh
Now, why?
Lord.
See, that's the problem. See, what you just said is the whole problem. Because, see, if your weed whacker was working, we ain't got to worry about no vibrator. Your weed whacker will be working right, and we can do it
Truth,
naturally.
sex,
I said I
sex is
don't want it.
sex.
I don't
Truth,
want the
sex
wax
is
weed
sex. As long
whacker.
as you've been
I don't
satisfied, that's
want
all
the
that
wax
matter, right?
weed whacker.
Sex is sex. That's all that matter, right?
No, we want the
No, it's
real
not.
thing.
As long as you've been satisfied, right? That's all that matter, right?
Mm-mm.
Every
Mm-mm.
woman
No.
don't want. Every woman don't want that. They don't want that
Mm-mm.
false. They want the real, and the real ain't working. So, Judge, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm just saying.
I'm bad. What you say? I'm bad. Please. Mm-mm.
Oh
Look what
goodness.
Nicole said. She said erectile dysfunction is adjustable reasons to divorce.
Come
On
on.
the government list.
Come
That's
on.
right,
Come on,
because
That
Nicole.
that
Come
everybody
is
on,
that
girl.
is under a fault divorce.
so it's a fault. So he got to be labeled. My weeder whacker don't work, so my lady
Yeah,
left.
yeah. So now he got to go to the court to prove that his reader whacker is not working. Now,
How does
guess
he
what? If
prove
he
that,
hey
Urban? How does he
if
prove
it
that to the court, Urban?
I
How?
want to
How
hear
does
Because
hey
he
the
this.
prove?
girl ain't do a
hey
weeder whacker out
hey
in court.
He go whip it
if he end
out.
up
He
yeah
go
if
whip
he
it out
hey
and let the judge see that
if
it won't rise. All rise. What he do? He go stand in front of the
if
judge
Already
and
falling
show the
down.
judge that it don't rise.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that what he
yeah
do?
he gonna sit up there and chill. He gonna want to show the judge like hey it works just fine. Look, it goes up. Then guess what? The judge say, "Yep, y'all gotta stay up in the marriage because she
Oh,
lying."
you crazy, Urban.
Man, you lost your damn mind.
Now what really happened is that he took him a blue chew or something. They got it up. He like, man, I told her I was gonna take a blue chew, but she didn't want to listen to me. But hey, I got it now. Let's go. I'm
Listen,
ready.
let me tell you something. If a woman don't want to deal with having to wait for you to pop a pill and then count one, two, three, four, five, and six and seven, we shouldn't have to do that. So yeah, let's go. Let's go to court. You go on about your way, and I'm gonna go about my way. Now I'm not saying I listen. I'm not saying me as a woman would do that, but you just getting on my nerves, and I'm just letting you know that if a woman don't want to stay with you because your weed whacker don't work, then we should be able to leave. Period.
And then
Yes.
he goes,
Just saying.
yeah, she just, no, that's not
The
reasonable.
weed ain't whacking.
The weed ain't working.
Weed don't whack no
I'm
more.
just saying. I'm
Hey,
just,
hey, now on the cool though. Now on the cool though, everybody in the chat, y'all see how these women go? That they always go to the lowest blow possible, and the lowest blow that they go is always talking about a man genital part. Y'all see this?
No,
And that's
no.
the
And men
You
argument.
know
like
what?
that
That's
That
the
is
too.
talking
nasty,
point.
Damn thing
Irvin.
is
When they
always
know
right.
they get cornered in the debate,
You
they
are so
go to the lowest
nasty.
point possible.
Just
They
shut
go
up.
to the lowest point possible.
No,
wait
it
a
ain't.
minute. I didn't do that to go to no low point. I didn't bring that up to go to a low point. I brought it up to make a point. I'm just saying, like honestly, even a man can say the same thing. His wife is not pleasing him sexually, and he want out. I mean, it goes both ways. It
Urban
goes
want
both
to
ways.
her to cry.
A
She
man
ain't
hold
looking
on.
like that.
Hey, say while y'all sit up here talking noise, they already got on AI robots out. Elon
We
Musk
finna get you
already
one.
designed some, and these women keep acting up with the shoe. We probably get us an AI robot.
Elon
Well,
Musk
go
look
and get
like
you
a
a robot
robot
Have
then.
at it.
himself.
Have
And guess
at
what?
it. Have at it.
We
Your
gonna
ass
get us
gonna
a
Have
be
at it.
Tesla robot.
electrocuted and through. You gonna be burnt up. You gonna get
Yeah,
We gonna
have
get
at
us
it.
a
Gonna get
Tesla robot.
electrocuted. Gonna get electrocuted trying to mess with
Go
Elon
on
Musk.
back to business. Get your robot and go on back to business. Go on back to
You
That
business.
already
hey
know
hey
me.
Hey,
that
She
hey
gonna
Gwen,
be she gonna be sounding
hey
robotic. Do you want this? You see? Ha! That's not what
Uh-huh.
y'all know. We ain't doing none of that. I don't want nothing
hey
like that.
that way we won't have to worry about the robot trying to divorce us because they bored with us.
Mm,
oh,
no.
stop
Oh
it, Urban.
Lord.
He's trying to say
Well,
men don't
you
like
know, the thing about it is, if a woman gets bored with you, see, you that type of dude that don't want to take accountability. Now, if you say a woman gets bored with you, then maybe, just maybe, you talking about what the woman should do. She should suck it up and just deal with it and stay married. But why won't you make it to where she's no longer bored? Why won't you speak to her, talk to her, communicate with her, and say, baby, what can I do? What can I do to where you won't be
Truth,
bored?
I
What can
just
we do
said that
together?
earlier. I just said it. You proving my argument again. I just said that earlier about the
But
whole
once
sex
you have the
rant. I told you.
conversation,
I like, hey,
once
I
you
like,
have the
hey, true. Won't you just
conversation,
communicate to him?
once you have the conversation and you give it a try and it still doesn't work, you should be able to walk away. Period. Cause see, one thing I know about men, for one, you don't listen. For two, we can come to you and say, look, I just need this from you. I need this from you. I need this from you. And y'all tend to not deliver sometimes. So, with that being said, I give you time. I'm not giving you years and years and years, hence a Chrissy and a Jim Jones. I'm not giving you that for
Mm-hmm.
you to get it right
Nicole
because it shouldn't take years
backstage.
and years.
Mm-hmm.
what?
It
Oh,
shouldn't
she
take
For,
text
years
for,
you.
and years.
I don't see
for
her at
first,
all.
First of all, that's not true that men are not great listeners because I've been listening to y'all attentively the whole
How many
entire
people
time
can
I've
I
been
have
up
Oh,
up
here
here?
well,
and
you
Hold
rebutting
listen
on,
y'all.
to
Urban.
respond.
Hold on.
You
How
listen
many
to
people?
respond. You don't
Hold
listen to
on.
have understanding.
I
You just be
I
listening to
listen to
talk.
understand, but we're
I'm
No,
just
you
asking
debating
don't.
right
her.
now.
I'm asking her. How many people can I have up here without paying for StreamYard? 6.
6.
Six.
Well, I don't see the
Mm-hmm.
Nicole in the bag. You're not in
You
the
see
bag.
how I listen to that?
Yeah, you did listen to that. I don't see you, Nicole. I see myself, Truth, Love and Gossip, Urban, and Sunshine. That's it. I don't see you.
She must have dropped down.
I
Click the
just,
link again, Nicole.
let me put the link back in here. Nicole gonna come up here and give you the business, Urban.
Oh, that's cool. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, it's debate
Dang,
night.
man. Oh,
It's what?
Lord.
Wednesday's debate night. I've been
I
debating
guess
all
it
day.
is. Urban be he just be
I ain't
wanting.
finna play with her and trying to make
He
somebody
on
stay
the
married
floor,
to
girl. He on the floor. He just want to. He say something ridiculous to piss you off.
him.
Oh, so ridiculous because he know good and hell well, ain't nobody standing no marriage if they don't. No. And I don't see how to go.
No.
to enforce that
Man,
out.
hey, y'all got to start taking accountability for y'all choices and decisions, and that's both men and women.
Okay. So you
If
telling
you
me
could
you
just
Listen,
gonna
you
simply,
can
stay?
make
if you could just
listen.
simply run away from your
You can
problems, then you're never gonna
absolutely
take
make a
accountability.
conscious. You can absolutely make a conscious decision to get married. And years on down the line, it could be many different reasons why you don't want to stay married, and that's it, and that's all. And the government should have no say so in that whatsoever. Absolutely
Okay.
not. I'm
So
sorry.
why
It is
why
what
was
it
it?
is.
So why was it easier for our ancestors to stay married for 30, 40 years, regardless if they like Earl and Bethel May? Why
Well,
was it
they
easier for them
what
to do that?
well the old folks they communicated, and the woman wasn't going nowhere. She committed when she went to that
And in the
altar,
old days, the
and
wife
then
was all right with.
they
And in
didn't
the
put
old
people
days,
in
the
their
wife was all
business.
right with the husband
They
having
didn't
a
put
whole
people
nother
in
family
their
on the other side
business.
of town.
Yeah, they didn't put people in their
That's the old
business.
days. They was in it for the long haul. They knew the
Hmm.
husband had a wife here, a girlfriend now, children's over there. They was good with that. But that, everybody can't deal with that. So
And
yeah,
even
Hmm.
the
that's the
wife
old
would come
days.
in and take care of the side piece kids.
Come on,
They would
come
be at
on,
the
man.
house.
That's cool.
They
Come
would
on,
be at the
man.
house
Hmm.
too. I have seen that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she'll come in
Mm-hmm.
and take the whole
But
other family and take care of the kids. Even after the woman had passed, they'll raise the kids. So
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
what
That
type of
that
You
time they
gotta
was
come back up.
on.
Maybe I didn't hear you because I tested the link myself, and although I may not see you, come back. I'll have to listen for you. If Urban don't get us women up here mad, we get to screaming at him again.
Nah, y'all good. Y'all good.
Yeah, we'll get to hollering at him all at one time. But I miss it because Nicole gonna give you the business, Urban. She both came up here and I
Huh?
ain't heard for.
Hold on, man. How y'all gonna sit up here and tag team on me like this, man?
We have
Boy,
to
I
I don't
tell
do.
you,
think
y'all
tag
We
something
have
team.
to be
else.
I'm not
friends.
tag team.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
tag.
Truth holding her on for real. I give you that. Truth always be holding on her own. That's why her name is Truth Hurts because she
You
be
Yeah.
better
trying to
know it. I'm
go
not
She
for
gonna
the
play with
carried the
you,
juggler.
weight.
Urban. I'm not
Look,
gonna play with you, Urban.
she carried
I'm
she
gonna let
carried the
y'all.
weight
I'm
of
gonna let
the
y'all
suitcase.
have that great debate. Yeah, my argument is if you can't take me to Pound Town, I don't want to be around.
Oh,
Hey, I
come
can't
on,
debate
Keith.
that. Shoot, I
Come
can't
on,
debate that.
Keith.
Yeah,
And you
I'm
don't
just
want no
enjoying
Bob, no
the
battery
debate.
operated boyfriend doing
Oh
it
no,
either.
baby, I'm too
Nobody
grown for
want no
that.
Bob doing the
I want
thing.
some beef, some real beef, like
Right.
that old
Where
lady on that
is
commercial.
the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where is the beef?
Then I come with no toy, and then your beef is laid out and ain't got no feeling.
Your beef is roast
Okay.
beef. It's roast beef now. It's all
Okay.
Woo. So we
Baby.
came on this conversation. Urban done took us all the way left.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
talking about
I said
Hollywood.
that when he came up here. I
No,
said it's
no,
a debater.
I'm staying on topic. This was what y'all was talking about, right?
I had to
It
ask
haven't
him,
changed.
yeah, what he was talking about because it kind of goes in with relationship. How long is too long? But Irvin saying it's a lifetime if you go and get married. Ain't never too long.
And that's what it's supposed to be, right?
Marriage
It
is
do
Marriage
supposed
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 to
to be
last a
it do
lifetime.
supposed to be a
It
lifetime. I agree with
absolutely
that.
supposed
I
to last a
agree.
lifetime,
Not
but
when you
guess
feel
what?
like you want to
No, no,
leave,
no.
right?
It absolutely supposed to last a lifetime, but guess what? If it don't, you don't answer to the government for that. You answer to God. That's it, and
If
that's
I
all.
That's
done
right.
done
That's
everything
right.
I know to do, as
And,
far as
and,
pray,
and that
listen to
and
me,
that I
Irvin.
agree with truth on that. I'm
Listen to me.
sorry.
I done
What's
done
that?
everything I know to do. I done prayed. We done prayed. We done went to counseling a couple of times. We done tried to work it out. But if it don't work, hey, just let me go. If it's meant to be, we'll come back together eventually. If it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hmm.
don't make me stay in it because you start resenting a person. You start resenting them. Just to be real, y'all know
Absolutely,
you
absolutely.
be like.
Then you have people running on
It's like
episodes of
I
Snap
gotta
and
look
things of
up
that
and
nature.
this ninja
People
over
end up
there in
on,
my bed some
people
more.
end up on Snap. You feel me? Yeah, you get an
Okay.
episode of Snap.
Not snap.
Yeah,
Because sometimes women be like that. We hormonal creatures and shoot, you don't be
Yeah,
enforced
y'all
to stay
emotional as hell. Yep.
I'm
We'll
sitting
have
up there.
no.
I'm sitting up there looking at you, and your weed whacker ain't working, and I want to get down, and you sitting up there looking at me, and you can't get it up. Yeah, I might snap.
Just
Okay,
haul out there, hit you in the head with a shovel or something.
do something.
Or they
Oh
might help
man,
you along.
we
Look,
still stuck on this. Look, all
no
that dude
urban.
got to.
You might get
Hey,
a woman that help you on to death do a part.
hey,
Help you.
hey, hey, since Truth is still on this Weeder Whacker thing, all that dude got to do is create a Jody scene on Baby Boy where he grab Yvette, throw her on that bed, and just go down on her and be done with it.
You know
And
that
then
works
ask for
too. That works
and
too,
then
but
ask for some
still,
tacos afterwards.
that works too. But that ain't the only thing. People be want to feel it. You that tongue can't do what the weed whacker could do now
Why
because
can't I
the
see her
same.
if her on her? I hear it, but I don't see it on my laptop. Should I hold on? I heard the beep. Hold on, Nicole. I'm trying to figure it out. Somebody help me figure out how I'm gonna bring her up here. I see all of us, but I don't see her like trying. Wait, there she go. Hold on, y'all. Woo, Jesus, help me. Woo, I found you, girl. Woo.
I'm sitting
Okay.
here laughing.
Girl, look,
Okay.
y'all know, look, I'm learning StreamYard. My co-host, she got to do a crash course with
I
me. But
bet you just needed to stroll up, Mimi. That's
thank
your
you, thank
fault. You
you.
being slow.
I wasn't gonna tell y'all
Yeah, you
that.
being slow. I know exactly what you were doing. You didn't stroll up.
I wasn't gonna tell you it was that simple.
I already
Hey,
know.
hey, Sir.
Help me,
Flex.
Lord, help me.
Hey
Hey,
girl. Hey
hey,
girl.
girl.
Salute, Nicole.
Welcome to the
No,
panel.
I'm not gonna stay up here. I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to, get on his nerves or nothing. But I wanted to
Oh no,
ask,
you good. I can handle it. Yeah,
I-
that's away.
um, um, so this might be too personal. You don't have to answer, but have you ever been married?
Yeah, I'm married right now. What you talking about?
Oh, okay, okay. So I didn't know. I mean, I'm just kind of learning who you are. I mean, I've seen you share it out and stuff like that, but my thing is, as far as the erectile dysfunction, I wanted to go back to that part right there. There have been people that did divorce on that reason, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you're protecting your partner, even though you don't want to be married. You don't want to put it on the paper, erectile dysfunction, because there is an option. You can check the box, for erectile dysfunction on those government papers, those divorce papers, you know. So,
I'm not. But before you continue, I want to know how you know this.
well, I mean, I've looked at those papers before. I'll say that. I've looked at those papers before. I'm divorced and I've seen that option. Not saying that I've
Urban
ever
don't
Okay.
checked.
destroy. It don't matter what. It don't matter that she got that knowledge. She got it. So what do you got to say, sir?
Mm.
What you got to say?
They submit me to the fire.
Let her finish her point. Let her
Okay.
finish her
Mm-hmm.
point
We listen.
because I know she's going somewhere with this.
Come on.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going with it could be a fault divorce, but it still may be no fault on paper because we don't want to make that person look like okay, they thing can't get up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and that's all I wanted to say. But no point really being made. I was just bringing that point out there, though. It's on those government
That's a good
papers.
point too. That's a good point.
That wasn't no good point. What you talking about?
It
She
was a
should have
good point. The
made a
girl,
subjective
she's
statement.
You
basically
didn't let us
urban.
know that
She's
was part
basic.
of the
Listen,
fraud.
listen, Mr. Urban. She's basically saying, yeah, I want to divorce you because your weed whacker ain't working, but I don't want to embarrass you, and I don't want to put on government papers that your weed whacker ain't working. So I'm just gonna say we just not working out. Okay.
That
Oh,
part. And a lot of women probably have done that. Is what I'm saying. I
Exactly.
don't think you should,
My
I don't think you
hey
should be
my
forced to stay in a marriage where it's to that level. Is all I'm saying.
so so my rebuttal on that is why why would you omit that? If you
I
said
just
that
said because she
y'all
don't want the
accept
man to be. She don't want the man to be
no
labeled.
Right.
listen, nigga. If you already is feeling some type of way about your said husband or dude or whatever you want to call him, right? Why are you trying to save him from an embarrassment? At that point, it don't even matter because you are already divorcing him. That's an embarrassment by itself.
You
So
do know
why
you
you
can
not adding
choose
that
not,
part?
you do know you can choose to not want to be with somebody, but don't like hate them. You still care about them. You still
Then why
care
you divorcing? If you still care about him, why you
because
divorcing
his
him?
weeder whacker don't work.
And you're not in love
Oh
with him.
my God! I can't believe I'm hearing this.
You got
Wow.
love
True.
for him,
You
but you're
telling
not
him what
in
I'm
love.
saying. Exactly. It's public record.
Because I
Anybody can
get
look
you,
that
I
up.
get you, I so get you. And Urban
Yeah.
just, he's a man. So it's just
Mhm.
is what it is. But I get exactly what you're saying. Urban, why can't you realize and recognize that just because I may not want to be married to you doesn't mean I want to hurt you or I hate you or I want to put that stamp on you. I don't. It's not everybody's business that your weeder whacker don't work.
Yeah, you don't want to be labeled like that. Like you say, it is public record.
So did you tell your homegirls that his widow record don't work before you
Why?
Yeah,
get
What,
this
what,
divorce?
what, what they got to do with it? What they got to
yeah,
do
it's
with
pretty
it?
like, yeah.
Since we're going there, since
I
we're
What
told
going
they got
there,
them.
to do with it? What they got
I
to do
told them
with
that
it?
his weedy whacker don't work, and they told me, girl.
yeah, girl, you better go get that divorce.
No, they don't. If it's your friend, you be like,
So
what?
if you tell your friend this, right? Why you separate? Oh no, I'm just gonna
Who
be
said that? Who
nice.
said
I'm
that the
not gonna
friend was
put it in
told,
public
Urban?
record when you
Who,
already literally put it out in the public.
who
Hell,
said
some
that
of
the
y'all be
friend was
messy as hell.
told,
Y'all be sure
Urban?
that.
Who
Hey,
said
no,
the friend
no.
was told,
Hey,
Urban?
hey,
Urban.
now, listen. Some of y'all be messy as hell where y'all literally go into y'all little private Facebook group and literally tell
No.
your private
Well, me
Facebook group that
myself,
this
I don't
dude
do
Peter
that.
Walker don't work.
I don't tell nothing
No, I
about
wouldn't
that.
do it.
You can't
I
be
ain't saying
telling
I'm
nothing
not
people about what you
saying
got
y'all
going on.
on this panel. I'm talking about women, other women that does this. They'll go onto their social media. They'll say, girl, John Peter Walker don't work. Girl, you need to divorce that dude and
And
get you a
men say
better
the
one.
same thing, man. Her pussy loose, man. Her pussy ain't no good, man. I
It's
couldn't stand.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
Men do the same
What the hell?
thing.
I never heard a dude in my life say that.
I've heard men
You
say the
crazy.
opposite
You
trash.
crazy, Urban.
Dudes,
Y'all men talk
what?
just like women.
I've heard
Y'all
men
are
Y'all
telling a
say
guys be
bone
women.
face lie.
What?
Yeah.
Is he talking about in regards that it's not good?
I don't know what they talking about, but I've heard it.
I mean, remember that girl Kate? I think Kay Michelle. They were saying she smelled like fish. I
Oh,
mean, men do that.
Lord.
Oh
Yeah.
well, yeah, we'll say that. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay. So you agree
You're
with
right
the
about
fish,
that.
but you want to agree with the fish. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah.
I,
We'll agree with them smelling like catfish and catfish connection or Louisiana connection. We say that.
No.
I'm about
Yeah,
to kick
because we do
Urban
say
down.
that.
About to get beat up here talking about
so
folks.
so what's the difference is what I'm saying. Because you have men that are going and say that. So you're saying that will be messy
Yeah.
for a woman to tell her friend that he can't get up. That's a critical part of a marriage is connection.
No,
There is no connection if it can't get up.
And what about they say them walls been beat loose? They
that
say that.
that dude can get up. Y'all just don't want to go through the process of him getting it up. There are many ways he could use to get it up.
No,
Y'all just don't want to agree to doing
Who
it.
want to wait an hour to have power?
Hey, y'all ever, since we own this, right? Hey, y'all ever considered that it may be you that's causing him not to get it up?
well, that's the reason why we just
Man.
need to move on. He no longer attractive anymore.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
so,
point.
and so, you as a woman, that's where you
Yeah,
would
that's
do your
another reason
duty
to
as a
go.
woman to figure it
If the
out.
woman is not, if he's not attracted to the woman or don't want the woman to whereas that woman can be butt booty naked and he can't get it up, yeah, that's the reason to
Right.
let it go. He don't want it no more. He don't want her anymore. So why would you stay together? Why? Why would you stay together
So,
if you don't want a woman?
because two grown couples of adults need to want to work it out
Work it out
and figure
how
it
if
out. Longer
work it out.
because
Figure what out
the
how
situation. Look,
and you don't want the woman anymore.
the situation that y'all talking about that is not toxic, but it can become toxic if y'all make it be that way. But that situation is not toxic. That is something that could be easily be resolved.
Somebody
We're not
said
If you
gonna
just,
sit
like I
here and
stated
pretend
earlier,
like
communicate.
we're not gonna sit here and pretend like sex is not a huge part of a relationship or a
I
marriage. We're not
never
gonna do
said
that.
that it wasn't. I never said that it wasn't. I'm saying that two grown couple of adults, if you having a problem, then you should communicate and work it out.
mm,
What if it
Instead of
can't
being
be worked
cowards and
out,
running
Urban?
away.
What if it can't be worked out? What if it can't be worked
The,
out?
you sitting up here being a coward in your relationship. Then you don't need to be in a
Oh my
relationship, period.
God.
stop it. No, you're not being a coward. Some things you just done come to an impasse, and you have to
Yeah. Some
agree.
people outgrow each other, especially when the couple gets married like young. Sometimes as the years go by, they just outgrow each other. It happens. It happens.
Man, look, I done had grandfathers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, great grandfathers, great
You can't use,
greats
you know
who
why you
stayed
can't
in
use that as an
relationships
example?
and they had problems. They tell us all the time about their problems and they
You know
stayed
why
in a
you can't use the
relationship.
you can't use the grandmothers and the great grandmothers and the great grandmothers because you just sat here and you said you was talking about the modern woman. It's different.
Yep, yeah,
It's a
I
difference.
just using it as a
Those
talking point,
women,
but
those
it
women
shows
back
where this
then, they
generation is at
entered
right
into
now.
marriage. They entered into marriage and they meant to they'll do us part. And they took everything. They took infidelity, all of them. They took cheating. They took making
Hmm.
other babies. They took abuse.
They
They
took
took it
all
all.
of
That's
it.
what
They
they built.
sure
They were
did.
built like that. Now
Look at that
you
shit,
sat here and
money boy.
stressed that you were talking about the modern woman
Yeah,
who's not
exactly.
going to take
It
who probably not don't is not going to take all of that.
Did you see what Money Boy put up there too?
He used to get a
Oh
chicken
my
for 20 that will make it stand up. You know what?
hey, if it works, then it works. Hey, he may need that 20-year-old chick just to
Well, she
jack
ain't
him
20
off,
no
then
more.
Okay,
you
if
can
he
go.
needs that 20 year
I'm
old
just
chick,
saying. I'm just
if
saying.
he needs that
Whatever
20 year
works,
old
it need to
chick,
work.
okay, well he need to if he want to get that 20-year-old chick, he need to let the wife go and go get that 20-year-old chick to get it up.
Urban wants somebody 12 years a slave. He 12
Why
years.
do y'all do that? Why do y'all go to the worst case scenario when they don't have to be that way?
I didn't he don't I see his point what he said you should try to work it out. I said, what if you've done all that? You check all the boxes, you've done everything that you know
Yeah, exactly, Mimi.
still
Exactly.
doesn't work.
Exactly. There are cases where therapy don't work. There are cases because people listen. If you don't want to be with a person, therapy is not gonna fix that. Therapy
If
is
you
not gonna
check
make
it out,
you
you need to
want
check
a
it out.
person.
Hey,
That's
It's
Urban,
wasted
not.
money.
I'm gonna
It's
tell you
wasted
something right
money.
here, Urban. When a woman's
Hmm.
feeling, ain't nothing you
Come
can
on,
do
take
to
it, Mimi.
say.
There
Cause when a
ain't
woman
nothing you can do
Not on
about
la
it.
Kelly.
la la
It's
la
like
la
running out
la
of
la.
love. Come on,
Ain't
Mimi.
when the
Come on.
woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do or say, baby. Ain't nothing. You hear me, Nathan?
So let me ask y'all ladies this question. If things is not working out with your children, will you divorce your children or will you emancipate your
That's
children?
not the
Yeah,
same
that ain't got
thing.
nothing to do
You're
with
not
it.
being
That's
fair.
talking two different things.
Emancipated
You
is
can't have sex with your children.
now
You
emancipation
cannot have
is
sex with your
similar to
children.
divorce.
You're
No,
not.
no,
That's
Emancipation
not
is
being
No.
similar
fair.
to divorce. So if
no.
things is
You
not working
know,
out with
you're
your
not
children,
being fair.
will you
You're not
emancipate your
being fair.
children?
Mm-mm.
Drop
Would
that
you
You're not
nigga.
being.
emancipate your
You're not.
children?
Drop
The
that
relationship
nigga.
with your children and a relationship with a spouse is not the same
Drop that
thing.
nigga.
The answer to the question is no. Y'all would not. Y'all would work out every situation with your children. So y'all mean to tell me that us as men, we're not on the same level as our children?
No, you're not. It's not the same type of relationship. It's not.
No.
I would.
Oh
It's
my
not the same
God.
thing. It is not the
Oh
same
my
thing,
God.
Urban. That is not the same thing.
No,
That's
because your
two different
children,
type of
you are obligated
relationships,
to
Urban.
The
fix
only look
everything.
look
Once they
the
get
only
grown, that's it. To they 18.
look the only difference between you being in a romantic relationship with your church, I mean, with your man and the children, is that you just not in a romantic relationship with your children. That's it. That's the only difference. Other than that, the love
Urban,
is
the
still the
love
same.
you have for
The
a
love
man
is
or
still
the
the
woman
same.
The love you have for a man as a woman is totally different than the love you have for your child. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Explain
am
it to
so
me. What's the
sorry.
difference between the?
It is
Explain
not
to
the
me what's
same thing.
truth.
It is
Explain to
not.
me the difference between.
Cause the
Explain to me
love
the
that
difference
you,
besides sex.
because I'm finna do it. The love that you have for your man involves sex. It involves
Besides sex.
attraction.
Besides that.
Let me finish. Let me finish. You can't exclude that. Because
Right, right.
that's a major thing. You can't exclude that. The love you have for your man involves sex, attraction. It involves emotions that you have for that man that you would never have for your child. The love you have for your child is so much different. It doesn't have anything to do with attraction or sex or any of that. It's the fact that that's your child. That child grew inside of you, right? 9 months inside of you. You have a connection. That's your child. You made it. You made
And
it. A mother's
nurturing
love
is
is not the
like
same
agape.
as the love you have for a man. No.
That's what I was gonna say. Truth, it's like an agape love, where your children's love is not based on a condition. It's based on the
No,
love you have for
absolutely
them
not.
as your
Absolutely
child.
not.
So you can't, equate the two because
Mm-mm.
in a marriage is it shouldn't be conditional, but it can be based on how well you're treating me. If you're taking care of me, I'm taking care of you. But that's just the reality of us as people. Your children, we're what should I say? We're their
There's not an instant. There's
guardian.
not an instant unless you believe in love at first sight, which I don't. There's not an instant. You have to learn to love a spouse. You grow to love a spouse. With a child, it's instant. It is
There you go.
instant.
When you
It is
feel that first
instant.
flutter,
There are
or you
no conditions.
the
No,
line
none of
for
that.
it
It's
is
instant.
unless you don't. Some people may not have the internal or maternal instinct, but it's just different. It's
It's
just
different.
unconditional type love. Because how many times your children break your heart, but you still
Disappoint
still
you,
love. Yeah,
break your
yeah.
heart, disappoint
What they
you,
say when
and
they
that love does not that
young,
love does not waver at
yeah.
all.
When they're young, they step on your feet. When they get old, they step on your heart. But it does not make you love them any less. It doesn't negate
That's
that love
facts.
that you have for a person that you bore on the ends that and grew and nurtured in your body. And maybe
Yeah.
that's the difference between a maternal and a paternal love.
So my
Yeah.
question would be that why us as men, why we don't, why we not eligible to receive the same type of love.
I didn't have you. I didn't
There you
make you.
go.
I didn't
What
carry
what
you
they
for
say,
9 months.
shape
That's not
you
the same thing. I don't love you the same as I love my child. That's
urban.
crazy.
Urban.
Man, and y'all see why the divorce rate is so high right
Well,
now.
it's gonna
Y'all
stay
see it in
high. It's
real
gonna go through
time.
the roof.
Y'all
Dealing with
see
somebody.
why it's
It's
high.
Why?
going.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that higher?
So
Urban? Because we love our children eh, differently than you love your spouse.
You know what, Mimi? Let
yeah,
me tell you
exactly.
something.
Uh,
And
uh,
Urban,
uh,
you can say what you want to say about this, but let me say this. Mimi, do you realize that there are some men in this world that is actually jealous of how
Oh
a
yeah.
woman loves their child? That part.
I agree.
That part.
Being jealous
That
of the
part.
child, I do.
There
And
are
most,
some men out there that are actually envious of how a mother loves her child versus how she loves him.
I agree.
It happens. It actually happens.
my
hmm
question is, why is that so?
Why is it so?
You
I don't
tell
know
us
why.
why
So you have to ask the
you.
men that feel that way. Because to me, that's asinine. Like that, honestly, that's crazy for a man to be jealous about when it comes to how a mother loves the child. It's like I say, it's two different loves, it's two different relationships, and for a man, especially if that man is that child's father, that is something that should be appreciated. You should appreciate the fact that that mother of your child has a type of love for that child that's unconditional, that will never waver, never go away, and it's just there. Because there are some women, okay, that carry a child for 9 months and nurture a child, and actually, you know what? They can't even connect with that child. They don't even have a love for that child. It's women out there like that too.
Yes. Did
Hmm.
you see what Nicole said? She said, You have some people who are more in love with the years and not the person. Read that again. In other
You
words,
better know it.
they in love with the concept of being married X amount of years, but may not love that person like that.
Yeah, yeah, Nicole, that complex, and the fact that he may not have gotten that love from his mother, and as the wife, you think the wife's supposed to give you the same type of love she gives her child. Is different. It's not the
Yeah.
same at all.
So, as a woman, explain to me the difference between the love of your child versus the love you're supposed to have
I
with
just
your
said
I
it.
baby.
You're a
just
man.
said
You're not
you
listening. I just said it. I
conditional.
just said it. I just said it. I just
It's
said it.
just
You
based
didn't
on
hear it.
urban. You know this concept. I know you know the difference of agape and just regular love or more. I know you know that difference. I know you know it. Because
Well,
that's the
yeah,
type of
I
love
know.
that God has for us, agape love. It's not based on how good we are. It's not based on a condition. It's just based on who He is, and that's
And
the
that's what
way.
I was going to say. I didn't want to put it that way, but it's facts. Like a mother's love is unconditional. A love for a partner may be conditional.
There you
Period.
go. I
And
said
it
that
could be
earlier.
conditioned. It's conditioned. It's conditioned based upon how that woman is treated by that man.
Yes, how well you value me as a woman,
In
not value,
in
but
other words, how you feel, right? How you feel in that moment, right?
You
all right.
what moment? What do you what
I got to
moment?
explain to
It's,
urban.
if you said that it's based on conditions, meaning that it's based on how you feeling in that moment. One moment you feeling that you love that dude, the next moment you don't want to deal with that
If
dude.
we
You can't
said it was
stand that
based
dude.
on condition, how well that he's treating me. That's what the other
Cause
type of
a woman can fall out of love with a man, but I don't see a woman falling losing a love for their child.
ain't
That's
nothing a child can do. Even
right.
you see parents where their children do the most heinous things, unalive people, take advantage of people, great people. You understand? But you
Yep.
you still see
Hmm.
that mother most of the time standing
Yep.
beside that child.
Yep.
In some
Absolutely.
cases, the father too. Not necessarily that you agree with their action, but you're supporting your child and you're loving them through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that goes all the way back to my point is that if that be the case, why two grown couple to the dust can't treat each other the same, similar way to where
You
I
through
you
it all you
asking a
still
I
question
loving
agree.
each
that
other
you're asking a question that can't be
instead
answered by
of getting
us. It's an
divorced.
individual thing. It's
Yeah,
an individual
it's
thing.
a
You have to
personal
ask that
choice.
person, look. You have to sit and ask that person, look, why can't you do this and then the third? That's not something we can answer for somebody else. We can't answer for somebody else why they not this way or why they won't do this or do that. We can't answer that. We can't answer that.
And what she say, just wanting to stay married but miserable. That is right. And why would you want to be miserable and make the other person miserable? You both just miserable. Just wake up mad every day. I don't believe that. I wouldn't want to live my life that way.
No,
Even if I
no.
Hmm.
separated, and maybe not divorced at that time, maybe take a separation. But if it happens to where we can't come together, then we just have to, I guess, kind of part ways or something. I just don't believe in making each other miserable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do agree with y'all on that point about separation because sometimes what happens is that you be around with a person way too long and they be in your space for way too long and you just need that moment to yourself so you can
To
enjoy
reset,
yourself.
is that
So
what you're saying? You may need
yeah,
time
the
to reset.
resetting. Yeah, the reset and just enjoy yourself. Spend time with yourself. Because one thing about a relationship is that it can be sacrificial, where you end up literally sacrificing yourself and who you are for the
Your
better of the
happiness, your
relationship.
hope, your dreams, all of that for
Hmm.
that
Yeah,
person.
so
Yeah.
so that's why I'm saying that sometimes separation is good for the relationship.
Ooh.
Maybe that's the answer to the puzzle. To prevent divorces is maybe some of us need to be kind of
No, because a lot of
separated and
people
come
take
back.
no, because a lot of people take separation and they go out and find somebody else. Okay,
Absence make the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
not all
sometimes.
the time though. It
Did you
should,
see what
and
Bum
sometimes it
said?
does, but not all the time.
Bum said, if we
Absence
love,
sometimes, absence sometimes make that. Let me tell you, because I've experienced this. Absence sometimes make you realize and recognize more than ever that you don't want to be with that person anymore. Absence sometimes will give you time to reflect and give you time to think and to really dive deep and really come to the conclusion, look, I'm happier by myself. I'm happier not with this person.
You heard what?
Okay.
Yes. And I want to go back to what Bum said. Bum said, if we love these men unconditionally, and I think we go. I know our goal when I went and entered into marriage. We say it's gonna be unconditional, but hey, it is what it is. But unconditionally, we would have to accept outside kids, side chicks, lies, and disrespect. No thanks.
And guess what? In my marriage, I accepted all that. I did love unconditionally, and and,
Yes.
and and it got. Let me tell you something. It's not. It don't feel good. It
Mm.
don't turn out good, and you find yourself being in a marriage to whereas you're unhappy, you waste years, you waste time, you
Mm.
do damage. And when I say you do damage to yourself, you do damage to your kids.
To your family.
Okay, you
Mm.
do damage. So no, it shouldn't be unconditional. Two people, like you said, two people ought to be love and respect each other enough not to hurt the other person, not to make them miserable, not to make them cry, not to make them, be in pain. But that's not always the case. So
Mm.
should you sit there and take all of that and continue to deal with it and continue to say, I'm gonna love this person unconditionally when they don't respect you enough not to hurt you? No. No. Leave. Leave.
For
What was
my
the vows that you
satisfaction,
took when
man,
you got married? What is
say
the
Huh?
again.
vows for then? What is the vows for? What are the
Listen,
vows?
the
The
vows,
vows is
listen,
I'm not
I get
saying
the
stay and
vows and
get
I and I,
deep.
and the,
I'm
and
not
the
saying
vows
a man
for
that's
better
touching
or
on
for
your
worse.
kids. But you
Uh-huh.
never know what the worst is. You never know what the good is. You don't never know what the bad is. You get what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask
Sometimes you
you
got
this.
to,
I'm gonna throw a
everything ain't always
curveball.
peaches and cream.
I'm gonna throw a curveball and
Too
say
strong. I get
this.
I get what you're saying about in a marriage. Let me tell you something. See, this is what I mean. I gotta make myself clear. I gotta make myself clear because I don't want you to think that I'm saying that, oh, just because you have this issue or this problem or that issue and that problem, that it's okay to walk away. No, no. It's a difference in dealing with financial woes. It's a difference in dealing with, different type of emotions and feelings and things of that nature. But
Hmm.
listen, when you lose yourself, right? In a
Hmm.
marriage, when you began to lose yourself, when you began to sacrifice yourself, when you began to put your partner's needs and wants and his faults and his lies and his cheating above you, and you are willing to accept it, and it's you while you're building him up, he's putting you down. And
Turn
when
you
it
down.
starts to affect your kids, ma'am, listen, no, I get it, for better or worse, I get it. And I stick around through money problems. I stick around through all type of things. I've done it. I did it. Man, I
Hmm.
stuck around. I stuck around through outside child.
Mm.
Right.
I did that.
Okay, let
I
me
did
tell you
that. But when
this.
you listen, when you have done all that you can do and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And the longer you stick around and the more you take, the more he puts on you. No, you do not have to take that.
Right.
I get the vows. I get it. But when you lived up to your vows and that person
Hmm.
can't live up to his, it's time to go.
Got to go.
That's right.
But, okay, but let me tell y'all this. Okay, you say you live through an outside child. It's so that you got infidelity, and then along with the infidelity, then you didn't think enough of me to protect yourself. So you're not only disrespecting me by stepping outside of the
Put my
marriage.
life in danger.
There you go. You put my life in danger. Okay, but can we can go even a little worse? What if that man uh did some type of abuse, the unthinkable to the child? Are you still supposed to stay with that nutcase?
You talked about boundaries earlier. It's boundaries. Come on now. Because guess what, Urban? When you do all of those things to a person, whether it be the man or the woman, when you continuously cheat, when you continuously lie, when you continuously go out there and put my life in danger, when you continuously go out there and make outside kids, you continually go out there and be with other women or other men. You don't love me. You don't respect me. You don't value me.
You done left the merge and
You
the
don't.
sanctity of
You
marriage
love
and the
you
vows.
have left. You just still there physically. It's
Right
over.
there. And,
It's
and if we
over.
want to keep
How
it
much is it? I'm gonna give you this. How much is a woman supposed to take before she says I'm done? How much? Or
you just
even a man. Even a man. How much do you take before you say it's done? It's over.
yeah.
How much?
And let me ask you this, Urban. To keep it biblical, according to the Bible, you can divorce for infidelity.
You can. Absolutely. The
So
first
even the
transgression.
Bible,
The first one.
gives, even God recognizes that if you step outside of that covenant relationship that you cut before Him, that there's a way that you can just say, okay, it's done anyway. Once you make the choice to sleep with somebody else, hey, the contract null and void anyway,
Null
unless
and void. If you want to put it that way, if it's a contract, null and void.
there
Null
you
and void.
go, because you
Over.
violated your contract, Urban. Am I right?
Now,
What you got?
now all of that falls under a fault divorce, and you could go to the judge, and they will grant your fault divorce. Now, just because you want to divorce somebody because you bored, no,
Who divorces because they're bored? Who
I
does
let
that?
Urban come up with this.
because you bored or
Who
you no
divorces
longer
because they're
attracted to the
bored, Irvin?
person.
Who does
No,
that?
be a grounded, understanding relationship.
You got that right. Women leave you emotionally before we leave physically, and
Damn
when
sure do. Damn
woman
sure do.
gets,
That's true. That is
what I
fact.
say, when a woman's fed up, ain't
There
nothing
ain't nothing we can do about it.
la la la
La
la
la la la
la
da,
la.
la la la.
Oh, because a woman will stay around. A woman will stay around.
A
She'll
woman
stay
with
around
man,
to
listen,
cheat.
a
She'll
good
stay
woman,
around
she will stick it out. She
to
will try her best. It's like,
yeah.
but when a person don't want to change, it's like knocking your head up a brick wall. That ain't good.
A
Like
woman
honestly,
will stay if you cheat, even if you have an outside child, and especially if you're somewhat of a provider. A woman will
and I
take
don't
a
know too
lot of
many men
blame.
that gonna stick around if his wife is walking around with another man's baby in her belly. Now it's some that will, but not
Some
Yeah.
most.
will.
Okay.
That's a reminder of what you did. Oh Lord.
Okay. Men can't they this shit, but they can't take it. They
Yeah,
can't take
because
it.
what if say this, Irvin, what if say you went and got a this is just a hypothetical. If you went and secretly got a vasectomy and then your wife
Hmm.
pop up pregnant and try to blame it on you, are you gonna stick around and try to work it out? Because men
No,
can't, huh?
that fall under a fault divorce though. You
No,
can get
you
a
need to
divorce
stay
because of
with
that.
her and work it out. You need to
Yeah,
stay with
you can stay with her and work it out. You
and
do.
raise
Yeah.
that child as your own. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Hey,
unconditional,
hey, 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 to
Yeah,
be
because you
unconditional
a
honest,
coward if
to
you
be honest,
run. You
the
a
the be
coward if you run. You a
the be
coward.
to be honest with y'all, there are men who do that. There
I
are
just
men
said
that
it.
actually
I
do
said
that.
I said there are men that will stick around. They are.
Yeah,
There are
there are
men, but
some
not
men.
most. Not most. Not most.
No, men can't take
Not
what they
most.
put out, what they put
And
a
some
woman
men
through.
won't even stick around if a woman cheat. He can't
There
handle
you
it.
go.
That's
Yes,
right. That's
He
right.
can't handle it.
there you
Hmm.
go.
So
Now,
if it so if it hey
one thing I will say about shout out to Bums,
Right.
BASV. One thing I will say about cheating, I give anybody, any person that I talk to, as far as that's asking me how I feel or my advice as far as cheating. One thing I will say about cheating, I know. It's this whole thing about is it true that once a cheater, always a cheater, and this and the third. Now, when I speak from my experience, right? So, this is the thing about cheating. I feel like and it took me a long time, right? It took me a long time to come to this conclusion. But I feel like as far as cheating, um, listen, if and then now this goes for a man or a woman. If you're cheated on, right? If you're cheated on, um, if you decide to stay, if you decide to forgive that person and stay, just know that you are accepting what that person did. All right. You are accepting that that person cheated. So, with that being said, that person may develop a mindset to whereas, okay, well, she accepted it or he accepted it this time. If I do it again, then maybe most likely they will accept it again and they will continue to do it now. Um, as far as a person that decides to stay with a person that cheats,
I'm sorry.
once you say you forgive that person and you decide to stay with that person, you have to like literally let it go. Like you can't use it against them. You can't continuously bring it up. Now it's always gonna be there. Like you always gonna think about it. It's always gonna be like an
Back
issue.
in your mind.
But if you don't let it, if you decide to stay with somebody who has cheated on you, you have to, in order for that relationship to work, you have to literally like let it go. You can't use it as a weapon. And a lot of people do that. Like they'll get cheated on, right? And
Mhm.
they'll decide to stay and say, "Oh, I forgive you," but they never let it go. And it
Don't forget it.
always
If
it
you haven't
always comes back
forgiven,
up. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
If you
So
say
if
you
you
forgive,
can't accept what that person did and let it go, you should leave. And most definitely, if a child if a child comes about from that cheating, okay, you have to think long and hard about staying with that person. Because guess
Yeah.
what? Number one, that child ain't going away. That child is
mm,
there. And listen, that child is not at fault for any of it. You can't have any ill feelings towards that child. You can't.
Right.
You can't because if you listen, if you can't love that child and you can't accept that child and it hurts you to even look at that child, you
mm.
have to leave. You cannot stick around because it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse.
And
And
you
because
still got to deal with the person that they cheated with. Because she ain't
Listen,
going
just think
nowhere
about it,
between
Irvin.
you.
I'm gonna tell you my scenario, and you tell me if you would be, as a man, able to deal with it. Now, as far as me when I was married, that was
Hmm.
cheating. That was a child conceived. That was a child born. Right. So not only did I have to deal with the cheating, and I had to deal with the child being born at 9 months old. At 9 months old, I was placed in a position where I had to raise that child.
Wow.
Okay. So you tell me if you would be able to deal with that. I had to raise her. I raised her.
mercy, Lord,
And let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper. At 9 months, when I was placed in a position to have to raise her, it was me and her daddy who was my husband. But when she was 12, her daddy, her natural parent, not me, because mind you, the biological mama was locked up. So at 12 years old, her daddy, who was my husband, got locked up. So I was left to raise that child by myself,
mm. Now that's love.
along with my three biological children. Okay.
Now that's some unconditional
Hmm.
love right there. And the thing about it
So
too
don't
is,
talk to me about unconditional love. Don't talk to me about trying to work it out. Don't talk to me about it because I know all about it. I know all about it.
and not only that,
Hmm.
Irvin, you have to think that the child, the child is the innocent factor
Exactly.
in the choices that a man and a woman made. That child is innocent, and but everybody can't look at it from that mature aspect because to a woman it's a reminder, of what you did, but the child is still innocent, and
And
and,
guess what?
and
She didn't look like her dad. And guess who she looked like?
My
who?
mama.
Her mama. Split
Oh
image.
Lord, God. Oh Lord,
Her
God.
mama. Split image.
Look,
Okay.
my God, today. Oh
I'm
no,
just
that's
saying.
girl,
So there's nothing you can tell me about sticking around and working it out and doing what you can because women do it, not all but most, and we do. We
Hmm.
deal with a lot. We take a lot. We endure a lot. But like I'm a true Sagittarius, true to form, and I'm a true one, and I'm a real woman, and I take a lot. But once I'm done,
done.
once I'm done, I'm done,
Hmm.
and
It's one
it
thing
ain't no
like
going back.
you got the other. That's
Hmm.
right. But like I kept going back to that baby, that it when you are mature, you have to
And yeah,
realize.
and let me tell you, let me get this to you, Urban. When I was listen to me close, come close, Urban, come close.
Lean in, Urban.
When I
Lean
decided it was over, when I decided, and her dad, they eventually got out of prison, and we was together. But when I decided that it was over with him, and I decided to leave, I took my three, and I took her two.
That's right. That's right.
I sure did. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Could you do that,
Yep.
Urban?
Shut up. Oh no. See, what I'll
See
do is
now,
this.
look at her. All this
All right.
talk.
So, what I would do is this. I will hire me a private detective. That private detective is going to do photo and video footage of the alleged woman who's cheating or having an affair or whatever, right? Then right after that, we're gonna go to the judge and we're gonna have a fault divorce.
So basically, you would have took the
Yeah,
easy way. Hold on. So basically, you would have took the easy way out.
Yeah, because that falls under a fault divorce.
oh,
But no, but no, Urban.
I'm
But
not
no, you
leaving. No,
supposed
I'm
to.
not
No, no,
leaving.
no.
I'm not
You're
leaving
supposed
her
to try to
because
work
I'm
it
bored.
out.
I'm not
You're
leaving.
supposed to try to work it out. You're supposed to sit down and have a
No,
conversation, and you're supposed to
don't
work
you
it
try to
out.
move the
You're
goalposts
supposed to
and
go to
twist my words
therapy,
around.
and you're supposed to work it
No,
out.
don't you try to twist my words around. That is not what I said. That is not what I said.
Hmm.
I said women who sit up here and try to divorce because you bored or you no longer, for whatever reason, not in love with that person anymore, where it don't have nothing to do with infidelity and none of that stuff. That's why I say that you need to stay together and be married and work it out. Now, I told y'all repeatedly, if it deals with domestic violence, infidelity, or any one of those type of things, that falls under a fault divorce. And yes, you can get a divorce.
What? Can I ask you a question?
Urban, I'm done with you.
Can I ask you a question?
I've been saying this all night. I don't know why y'all keep
I
listening to
get
this.
it. You have been saying that, but to me, honestly, I want to ask you a question. Why wouldn't you, if you was placed in that position, why wouldn't you try to work it out
Why wouldn't I
instead of
try to
just
work up?
Yeah, why wouldn't you stay?
why
Unconditional love.
wouldn't you why wouldn't you try to sit, work it out honestly for real? Why wouldn't you try to work it out?
But now, this is based on my personal anecdotal experience, right? So I believe in the whole sanctity of marriage. Okay, I believe in the vows and everything. But when you
Hmm.
breach that contract, then that's it for me. Period. But that is me personally.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Urban, I said that when I said biblically and talking about the sanctity of marriage. So,
Yeah, yeah. I didn't disagree with you on that.
oh, okay,
I didn't.
Okay.
okay.
But yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
okay, let me ask
Because
you this
that
though. You keep
contract been breached
saying
and broken.
you keep saying that I don't think a woman should be able to divorce because she's gotten bored. Any other examples other than boredom? Because you keep saying boredom. So it are any other examples where a woman should stick it around and work it out other than boredom? We talked about the not working of the Peter Wacker. You said you should work that out too, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
Should work that
What
out.
other examples can you give me to whereas a woman shouldn't be able to divorce?
A disagreement where you have a simple disagreement and y'all have two totally different opinions about something.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for you to have two totally different opinions, but that doesn't mean that you should get a divorce about it. Anything dealing with political, like we just had this election, there are women out there right now say that they want to divorce their husband because they voted for Trump. That's not a
Oh
reason to
Lord,
divorce your husband.
I don't
It's
believe
not a
that.
reason.
The reasons that you're naming, I don't think women would get a divorce behind that.
Or
It,
political. Oh,
it's
damn.
yeah,
You have to know your
it's
husband with that
women out
type
there
of.
that's saying that for real.
Oh
They're
shit.
literally, hey, they just showed them. It's women on TikTok right now showing their divorce paper and everything. I'm divorced him because he voted for Trump.
Oh, that's so childish.
So what's another reason? Oh, religion. Religion should be
People,
a
if you
means of
gonna,
getting a
if
divorce.
people don't get, so you think people get divorced because of religion?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Hmm.
okay.
But because religion say you should be equally lucky with unbelievers, right?
So one thing I can agree with you is that if you're not equally yoked when it comes to religion, you definitely shouldn't get married.
I'm
Definitely
sorry, what you
not.
say?
If you're not equally yoked when it comes to religion, you should not get married.
Right.
Period.
Oh,
And that should be discussed way before marriage.
Way before,
I
not after.
I
Way
agree.
before.
But
I
they
agree.
say a sanctified wife sanctify the husband. So it don't matter if they equal yo. If she doing the right thing, she can sanctify her husband.
You calling the Bible a
But
lie?
I mean that's according to the Bible and it's true. But you do know that people get married that's not equally yoked when it comes to marriage, and that's that they end up do getting a divorce because of that. So why even
Yeah.
get married if you're not on the same accord going into the marriage? See, that goes back to a woman, and I get what you're saying as far as the Bible, but that goes
Yeah.
back to a woman entering into a marriage trying to change a man. It's just like a woman that the man has cheated the entire relationship and she thinks because they get married he's gonna stop cheating. That's the same. That you can't listen. You got to be realistic. If you're not
Right.
equally yoked before you get married, as far as religion, then it's just when you get married, it's gonna get worse. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because each partner is gonna think that their religion should dominate the marriage, the
Okay,
relationship.
I understand what you're saying now. I understand you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about people with two different
because look,
religions.
if you couldn't come to an
Yeah.
agreement before you got married,
Right.
absolutely not going to be able to come to an agreement once you get married. And each partner going to feel like their religion should be the religion of the family.
Right. I
You
Yeah,
understand
know,
what you're
so
I
saying.
know it.
you just entering into a marriage that's doomed. It's really doomed. See, me myself, I'm not gonna do that. Like I get what you're saying as far as the Bible, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
enter into a marriage with a person that's not equally yoked religiously. That's a deal breaker for me because yeah, that because it's just doomed. It's just doomed.
Mhm.
What if
If
that
each
man or
person
woman
is
just
not willing to change or convert, no, it's bad. It's bad.
what if that man or woman decide to change their religious belief? One moment they're a Christian, next moment they decide they want to be a Muslim.
Well, if they convert to whatever you is, that's great. That's great. But if they don't, and both of you all are adamant about your religion, that's not gonna work. You got the wife going to the Baptist church, you got the husband going to the Kingdom Hall. That's a house divided. That's not a marriage.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not a
How's
marriage.
that?
That's
How,
not
how's
no.
that a house divided?
No.
A house
How,
divided can stand.
A house divided against itself cannot stand at all.
no, but
No,
how's
it
that?
cannot. It cannot stand. It cannot.
But but now in that example that you gave, how's that a house divided? Because they both believe in God. It just the religious practices is different, but they both believe
Listen,
in
you
God.
just said that people listen, you just stated that people are getting married because of getting divorced because of the religious
Right.
beliefs. Is that
Yeah, religious belief.
serious?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
serious? Because a house shouldn't be divided when it comes to religion. Absolutely not.
Hmm.
You know? A family should worship together.
And one is, you know, even though they're both God, one is called Allah, but the principles in the belief system is different. Urban, they're very fundamentally different in
Think
Muslim.
about
Hmm.
it. You got a wife that's
Yeah, yeah. The
you
practice of
got
it.
a
Yeah.
wife that's a Christian. You got a husband that is Jehovah Witness. Jehovah Witness don't celebrate holidays. Then you got the wife that want to
And they don't
decorate for
believe in
Halloween.
Jesus.
They
They don't
want to
believe in
decorate for
Jesus.
Halloween. They want to have Christmas. They want to have a Christmas tree. And you got the husband over there saying, no, 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 no. We're not doing a Christmas tree in the house. We're not
Mhm.
doing presents.
Jehovah Witness don't believe in pagan holidays, do they? No.
No, they
Some
don't. They
No,
of
don't
no,
them
they
believe in
don't.
do
holidays at
holidays.
all. No.
Mm-mm.
No,
But
they
and they
don't.
don't even believe Jesus was divine.
They
So
think Jesus was just some type of
um,
prophet.
yeah,
Who you talking about? Jehovah Witness or Islam?
Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah
Jehovah's
Witness.
Witness believe he was just a
No, no, they believe in Jesus.
They don't
That
believe
that
Jesus was
that
they
that's
don't
that's
divine.
that's that's Islam that
they don't
believe that
No,
Jesus
that's
is a
Jehovah
prophet.
Witness. Jehovah Witness don't believe in Jesus. They believe that he was just a prophet that came through. They don't believe that he dies, rose, and came back. Like they don't believe
They
that.
don't. That's why
Jehovah
they don't
Witness.
celebrate Easter. They don't
right.
No,
believe
they
that.
don't.
They
They don't
don't.
believe that.
They don't. I was married to one. Well, he wasn't a practicing one, but he was raised one, and they don't. They don't.
Right.
Um,
I'm looking it up just to make sure. I'm pretty sure. Or
Hmm.
it says, wait a minute. According to this, it says yes, Jehovah Witness believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. I don't think this is right. I just,
what the? How you gonna look it up and say, "Hold on, man,
But
let me
if you
double
listen
fact
to their
check this"?
teaching, listen. If you listen to their teachings, they don't. I've been listen before I got married. Like before I got married, I did go to the Kingdom Hall and I did listen to their teachings.
Hmm.
I listened. They don't, and I don't know what Mimi. I guess you went to Google, but no.
I did. I went to Doctor Google. I did. Hmm.
Yeah, that's not that they don't. All you gotta do is listen. All you gotta do is listen to their teachings, and you'll know what they don't believe in.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
that's why I just say that. I just let y'all have that one. Like, all right, because I don't want this to turn into a religion debate.
Yeah, I
No,
don't either,
yeah.
because I don't
I
even
want
That's
do
to
what it
just
says.
say
religion
That's
talk.
that.
what
I
it
don't
says.
do religion
I
talk.
just
I
let
don't.
y'all have it.
Yeah.
No, we go.
I don't do that. I don't do religion or politics. I do it in real life, not on this platform. But
Right.
yeah, I get yeah. Um yeah. But I
Camps
don't
girl,
know.
whoever that is, came in here and said Jehovah. I guess they meant Jehovah Witnesses. Whoever that is said they believe in Jesus. So I don't know how I'm gonna do.
Mm,
I got a friend that's a Jehovah Witness. I'm gonna have to do more research on me, and I'm gonna have to get
yeah.
better. Yeah, on
Mm-hmm.
because I thought they just. I know maybe they have evolved in their teachings, to now
Yeah.
include. I'm not. Hmm.
I know what they was teaching back years ago when I was going to the Kingdom Hall.
They
I was
used to
like,
knock
no, this
on the
ain't
door with
I
them
can't be coming
watchtower.
here.
You remember when they
I
used
was
to
like,
knock
I can't
on
be
the door
doing
and
this.
everybody get quiet in the house with them watchtower magazines they used to leave
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the porch?
yep, yeah. I've been to
Well,
Kingdom Halls before too,
I
man.
actually was going to the actual Kingdom Hall. I quickly realized that no, I just like Jehovah Witnesses, they're not gonna go. Well, I'm gonna just talk about the ones that I knew. My in-laws, they didn't go to like they went to the Kingdom Hall. And that was it. They didn't go to churches. They didn't go to Baptist churches. They didn't go to churches.
They
They
weren't
went to
stepping
the Kingdom
foot in
Hall.
the church.
Yeah, and they're not going to nobody's church.
Period. Did you see
Hmm.
what Brenda said? My sister is one, but she comes and eats the turkey and all the 12.
And you know what? That's what used to trip me out. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how people can take religion and be so they can twist it to make it their own. So okay, so my ex-husband, his mom, right? She's Jehovah's Witness. He was raised Jehovah's Witness, but when I met him, he was grown and he wasn't a practicing Jehovah's Witness. But let me tell you about her. So she didn't celebrate the holidays. Like they don't celebrate birthdays. They don't celebrate, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all that. But what they would do, like what she would do, she didn't celebrate the day, but the next day, like
Mm-hmm.
say
Come
for
and get
instance,
the gifts
say for
out.
instance, it's your birthday, right? Say for instance, it's one of my grandbaby's birthday. She wouldn't bring him a gift on that day, but she would bring him a gift the next day.
Mhm.
Or say for instance, for Christmas, she wouldn't give him gifts that day, but she would give him gifts the next day. I mean, it was weird to me. No, she
Same
Hmm.
way.
wouldn't. She
Still on the
wouldn't. She
first.
wouldn't come to my house to celebrate Thanksgiving on that day, but the next day she coming for leftovers. Where's the Thanksgiving food? I'm like, what?
Hmm.
I'm like, huh?
No.
Eating the honey baked ham and all.
Yeah, wanting those leftovers. In fact, calling on Thanksgiving. Well, I'm not coming over, but I'll be over tomorrow.
Can
I'm gonna
you
come
put me
through,
a
have
plate
me some
up for
food.
tomorrow?
Now you don't celebrate, baby. This Thanksgiving food. You can't be eating this Thanksgiving food, ma'am.
That's right.
Man, stop being mean and go and give that lady the turkey and ham the next day.
And I
It's about
absolutely did.
Thanksgiving,
I
not being
absolutely did.
petty.
But I always gave it the side out. I'm like, this don't make no sense. If you gonna come the next day talking about what a ham, you could have came yesterday.
Might as well.
That's
It's the
right.
same concept.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Look, she
You
busted
being
the
That's
petty
door.
as
all I'm
hell.
saying.
She busting the door down before they go to Black Friday to come and get a piece of ham.
Yeah, my baby birthday. You don't even call and say happy birthday, but the next day you coming in with gifts talking about happy birthday. What? No, she wasn't born this day. She was born yesterday. Well,
Okay.
you know, if you gonna come in with the gifts this day, why not just give them to her? You know, it didn't make sense to me. But hey, that was what she still do it to this day. And my kids are grown,
Hmm.
even with my grandbaby. She do it to this day. She would not acknowledge the day, but the next day is all about that day. I'm like, what the hell? Huh?
Nicole said,
No.
"Joe,
Hmm.
don't believe in Jesus." Period. Hmm. I'm gonna have to do some further research on this.
Right, Bones. We prayed over this food in Jesus' name. You can't be eating this food.
Okay. And you don't believe in the baby Jesus in the manger. So
Right.
you can't get none of this food. Baby.
That's crazy.
Yes, we did. This has been an
No,
Man,
you
I'm
ain't
mad I
putting up.
went to sleep.
No,
Why
you ain't
nobody
putting
didn't
up a.
call me and wake me up?
You
Man,
not
I
putting
was
up the
asleep.
Christmas
He
tree.
called you. Look at your phone. You had a
Man, I was
Listen.
knocked out. I was
Oh
knocked
yeah,
out on
I
True
had to drop
Family.
you. I had to drop you from my stream, y'all. Boo, I knew you was asleep. I had to drop you. You were still there after the party. I said, wait a minute, she's asleep.
Nobody did call. I was asleep. I was trying to make it, y'all. I was tired.
I knew
I
you
was
was sleeping that last statement you made. I heard sleep all up into your throat, girl.
Well,
I
you
knew
got
you
the
heard.
first.
Now they got all y'all up at 12 o'clock at night, debating.
Look,
Child.
it's 1:39 where I am. We gonna
Yeah,
wrap
it's
it
true.
up. I'm out of here at 2 o'clock. That's my limit.
Y'all finished with y'all debate.
I guess
Oh,
Oh,
so.
oh
you
yeah, oh yeah.
sleep, man.
We good. We good.
Look, we done
Yeah,
broke
we good.
bread. Talked
And
about
we
Jesus.
can had the next time around. Y'all can bring Trey on up here, and he can tear y'all up the next time around.
I
Well, I
told
take a
Trey
break.
to come on up. I dropped the link.
Oh,
Trey
y'all gonna alternate. Y'all gonna alternate.
he gonna tag team.
We rotated.
Okay.
Well,
I
I was
get
gonna
it.
be
Ain't
the
nothing wrong with that. That's called being grown. That's called compromising. That's called
No, it's
we can
not.
do
Cause you know
that.
what? It'll be better if they both was up here, baby. We really could beat them up then.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
Cause
yeah.
they both been
Oh yeah.
calling
Oh,
the
now
same mess.
now y'all up here being delusional. I know it's late, ladies. I know it's time for bed.
Don't
About
start
I
this
early.
understand
time.
it.
Don't start.
Sleep will make you
Urban, ain't
become
nobody
delusional.
playing with you, Urban. Ain't nobody
All
playing with
right.
you, Urban.
Get your
Okay,
numbers out now, Urban.
baby.
Look at Brenda said my sister glad she won. She don't have to spend money.
Right, Miss Brenda, right.
Oh, thank you, Nicole. She said I did a great live. Girl, I was up here nervous.
Yeah.
I said, "Where is my co-host? Where is my
Sleep,
She was sleep like I
sleep.
ain't nothing.
knocked out? Left me hanging."
I
But
was a girl. I was knocked out, but I came. I
I
showed
know I
up.
didn't think you was gonna make it, but I thank God you
I
made it.
showed up to the party.
You did. You
Mhm.
did.
Yep.
You had
Maybe
me at
you
work.
did good. You did good,
We
girl.
had y'all work. I had you
Woo.
working for Lexi.
Yeah, you had me at work, and me
Yeah,
and Truth had to come
Valencia
up here
and
till you
Truth
woke
came
up.
up here and hold
Baby.
Urban
Mimi
came
said
up
you.
here, added his flavor and twist.
Yep. Mimi said
The
you
pot
told her to go to
Yep.
always.
work. Now
Hey,
she out here working and you sleep.
I love a
Oh,
great debate. I
Yes.
ain't gonna even lie. I love a great debate, baby. I be ready.
hey,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
oh no, no,
I
y'all good though. I enjoyed it too. Like I got through doing my live earlier today. Then right after that, I went on to another country created channel and we was debating about religion. Then right
oh
after that, I
my.
seen Mimi was like, I like sure I might as well keep this momentum going.
All
Cause he
right.
on
I
the
think
road.
Oh, you in a
you
He was on the
I
road
was waiting
today.
on you to drop that live when you was live. And I said, "Look, he being funny over there." You said he was stingy with the link, Amanda.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
stingy with the
yeah,
link.
yeah.
He's
I do
stingy.
like. Yeah, when I do my normal lives, I rarely drop the link. But when I do my Ask Urban live shows, then that's when I normally drop the link and make it be a panel and stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Casey, I was like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I said, I just woke up. Hey, y'all. I just woke up.
Urban
She
come
just
in,
took a power nap, y'all. She took a power nap.
Mhm.
and she
I
came in.
did.
She did come in here with her church finger up,
Uh-huh.
trying to get to her.
Look, she was late with that church finger stepping into the choir stand.
I'm screaming.
Baby, in the pastor's office after service. Sister Amanda, why
Mhm.
was you late? I
Look,
overslept,
Gladys,
man.
see,
I overslept. I overslept.
look,
That's
Hmm.
all
that's
right. Better late
But
than never.
That's right. We
Yeah.
had a good time. This was a really good live. I want us to keep doing our lives and support one another. These are thought provoking lives. You know,
Yeah.
just have,
Mhm.
you can, it may start out one way, but then we look. We just want to be obedient and open, and know
Yeah.
that nobody.
Mhm.
It like I say, in a perfect world with perfect, there would be perfect people. So there's not going to be any perfect marriages or anything like
Right.
that. You just have to try to
Right.
make the best decision for your life. Because I started my whole premise of coming live was dealing with Jim Jones and Chrissy, and I said, "How long is too long?" Urban said, "It don't matter. You gonna be in there forever."
No, to put a cap on what I feel about as far as Jim Jones and Christy, I feel like as a man and a woman, not just them, any man and a woman that's in a relationship, if one of the partners, okay, wants to get married and the other don't, I think they should cut the losses. I don't think
Yeah.
they should spend years and years in a relationship and that person that wants to get married don't ever get what he or she wants. Like it's a
Mhm.
waste of time if you're not good with just being in a relationship and you actually want to be married and you figure out and realize and recognize that the other person don't want to ever get married, you should cut your losses. You should let it go because you're gonna wake up. See, they are the perfect example of time wasted. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily like their relationship could be beautiful. It could be beautiful, but the fact that that woman wants to be his wife and he doesn't see fit to make her that, then she's selling herself short.
She
Yeah.
sold herself short when she got on one knee and asked that nigga to marry her.
Yes, she
Well,
It was
me
did.
and you
over
gonna
there.
we gonna agree to disagree on that one because I
Come
don't
on,
feel like she.
Amanda, because
Yeah,
I said the same thing.
That's what I said. I
Oh,
feel like I
yeah,
can.
yeah. A
yeah,
nigga
we
been
we could.
delivered a
Yeah, I
what?
feel like I would, like I said, I would
Ain't
never
no
do it,
bending
but
no knees.
I don't see that as a weakness for her, or I don't see her in a different light for doing it.
I
I
don't
think
think
it
you
was.
should. I
I
think
think it
that
was
is
courageous.
desperate.
I think it was courageous. I think it showed
Very
her. I think it showed that how much she really truly loves that man. I do, and I don't see. I don't
He
like.
who finds a wife finds a good thing. We
thing. Yeah.
supposed to be a needle in a haystack
So
and let that
y'all not
man
gonna
find
factor
us.
in y'all not gonna factor in the fact that he in turn proposed to her too as well.
Yeah, but it was after
After
the
the
fact.
fact.
Yeah.
After the fact. But the initial action of marriage came for her. She should have never did that. And I think
I
that's why
don't
it
agree
would
with
have
that.
never worked out
Mm-mm.
because I think it is because she put herself in a man position, and that's not my role to bend down
So
and
you mean
ask
to
this
tell
nigga to
me
marry
it's
me.
against God's law or it's against whatever for a woman to ask a man to marry her?
I ain't seen in the history of Ecliptus chapter
Well, I'm not
3
talking about
verses 7.
history. I'm not talking about history. Not talking about
what?
tradition. I'm talking
That's
about
not
the
even the
Bible.
Bible. That ain't even the Bible. That
Since
ain't
you
even the
said
chapter,
she
book,
put
and
herself
verse.
in the
Hold
man's
on.
role.
It's where
Huh?
in
In Eucalyptus. That's not it.
Ecliptus.
That's
Ecclesiastes.
not even a
You mean
Bible verse.
Ecclesiastes? Did you
No,
say
I'm talking about.
Ecclesiastes? You
Remember
said
when
Eclipse.
Pamela Lampkin said that? Eucalyptus. I mean,
Oh no, I'm
she
But
said
it actually says that in that book in the Bible about the woman
it is
asking.
not the Bible. That is not a Bible.
no.
I'm just
That,
saying.
she just made that
Oh,
She
word
I
just
up.
thought you
trolling.
meant Ecclesiastics. I thought
Yeah,
you was actually quoting from the
I know.
Bible.
I'm saying Ecclesiastes.
I,
That's what Pamela. That's
I,
what
I thought it
Pamela
was a
Lampkin said. That's
I
what
thought it was
Pamela.
a brand new. Hey, I thought it was a brand new book in the Apocrypha that you was quoting. I
What
like,
you
sure, I
said?
never
You
heard
said
that
eclipses. What you said? Eclipses.
Yeah, Eclipse 3 and 4. Shoot, but no, you ain't never seen
Oh Lord.
what. But you ain't never seen in no Bible where a woman asked a man to marry her. It
Just
never
because
has
it's not in
happened.
the Bible doesn't mean that just because it's not in the Bible doesn't
That, that
mean
that's weird. I could never find myself on my knee begging for
y'all
a
are
man to
speaking from
marry me.
listen. You're not speaking from a biblical standpoint. You're speaking from what you as a person would never do. See,
He who
but
finds a
we
wife,
can't judge. We
he who
can't
finds
judge.
a wife,
Just because
findeth a
just
good
because it's something that
thing.
you wouldn't do doesn't mean it makes
It
it
didn't
wrong.
say she who finds a husband find a good thing. It say he who finds a wife. I'm gonna let the man play his role. I'm not taking that part. He can play that part right there. I'm not doing
hey,
that.
y'all
Okay,
I
do not
well,
did.
want to
I can
hear.
respect how
Hey,
y'all feel. I just don't feel the same
hey,
way. That's it.
hey,
yeah,
hey,
according to
y'all.
Proverbs, he who finds a wife, wait a minute, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord.
From the Lord. It didn't say she.
Yeah.
But that scripture is not saying that it's against God's law for a woman to ask. It's just saying that
It said him,
I'm gonna let
he
that
got
go.
to
We
go.
gonna agree to disagree. I'm
He
gonna let
got
it
to
go.
go.
Yeah, we're gonna agree
I'm
to this.
telling you.
But I
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
could never see
yeah.
myself getting down on one knee and asking a man to marry me because I feel like that's just like ooh, selling myself short, like I'm desperate
That's
for a
right.
husband. So
No. Hell no.
desperation, yeah, in
High
my
sway,
opinion.
boy. I
How
tell
is
y'all,
that being like? Listen, how do you
high
feel that
sway.
way? Like, how is that being desperate if you are in a
That's bending
relationship,
the knee too.
especially if you're in
She
a
bent
long
the
term
knee.
relationship and you two are together? He wants you, you want him. I mean, like I say, we just gonna agree to disagree on that. I
She
get your
bent, hey,
point though.
look, true. She was bending the knee. She bent the knee. That
She
was
bent the
weak.
knee on the back end.
She bent the knee. She was bending the knee. No, we not bending no knee. No, women
Oh,
shall not bend the knee. No.
Nicole said we got to do a part two on this. This is gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah,
deep,
because
y'all.
y'all ever heard my point of view on this?
Oh well,
Because
we
if I
What
definitely
if
you
I
gonna
start,
mean?
y'all gonna be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Irvin, I'm trying to end it here. We
Well, we
trying
can do a part two. The next live will be part two. Let's go.
yeah. When y'all
Yeah.
want to do
Okay.
it, let's go. Amanda, when you available? Are you available all this weekend?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna
She's
be with
not
my
available the
husband. 'Cause
weekend. We know
it's
that
my
it's our
anniversary.
anniversary.
Yes.
Anniversary.
No,
Gonna
I
be
would not
too
be
good.
available.
No, what Friday?
Uh-uh. I'm gonna be in a hooker book. I don't know what y'all gonna be doing, baby. I don't
Well, I
know
was gonna
what
say
y'all gonna be on
tomorrow.
there, baby.
It's my husband's birthday, but no, today is his birthday. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, big
Happy
homie.
birthday. He knocked out in there snoring. He got
Okay.
work, but he gonna be out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, but anyway, I guess we'll do it. What about Monday, y'all? Is Monday a good time?
Yeah.
Monday Madness. That'll be a good
Monday night
idea.
madness at 10 o'clock.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm down. Well,
You got
now if
anything?
Trey is
Anybody got
working
any?
at night, of course I got to be at work. But if not, I'll be here.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, you got to work at night.
Yeah, I
Yeah, she
work with
gotta work.
Trey.
She gotta
My boy Trey,
co-host.
that's my job.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh, okay,
hey,
okay, okay. I got you.
hey, ladies. I'm gonna give y'all a quick preview. Give you a quick
Okay.
preview. If
Oh God.
women, if women want men to be chivalrous towards them, women should be the same way. If y'all want us to simp for y'all should simp with us.
Oh, I
Man,
agree.
bye,
That's my
Amy.
I
Bye.
principles.
totally agree. I
Bye.
feel
I'm
like
not being no
I
simp.
feel like
Bye,
if the
So
Amy.
get on
woman,
your
Bye.
knee, get on
I
your knee and
agree.
propose to us.
I'm
No,
Okay.
not
no,
getting
no,
on no
no,
knee.
no, no.
I'm
I
not
I'm not
feel
doing
getting
it.
on
like
no
Oh,
I
knee.
feel
nah,
like
nah, bro,
if the
bro.
woman wants a
Come on,
man,
Alexis.
I feel like if
Nah.
the
Come
woman
on,
wants a
people.
man to be the man of the house and take care of his responsibility, she should take care of hers as well. I feel that way. I do. I agree.
Yeah, but not bending no knee.
No, not bending the knee. No, that's not the one. No,
No,
no, no,
No,
not
not
no,
bending the
bending
we
no
knee.
no
knee.
no
That's
we
not
need
our
y'all.
job.
Hey, we need y'all women to get on your knees and propose to us. We need y'all women to stop with this old stereotype that y'all
Oh,
feel
he
that the
just
man
doing
should
too
get
much.
out the car, pump the gas, pump your own down gas while we're in the car.
No, see,
I know you a
What's wrong with
bad
that?
Oh,
you
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 know
going
being
what?
What's
sick
wrong
road.
with
right
that?
You
now.
road, because
You
I'm
know
not
what?
getting
So,
out no
you
car,
know,
especially if that man is in that car and I'm not getting out pumping no gas. You got me
I wish
messed
I
up.
might. I wish I might.
I wish I
so
would.
yeah, he
We
gonna the
gonna be
gas
out of
gonna be
gas.
on him.
We both gonna
The
be sitting
gas
there
gonna be
looking,
on him.
You hear me?
baby.
Look, homeboy. I ain't even allowed to open my own door. It get open
Me
first.
neither. I couldn't either.
Okay, that part.
And as a matter of fact,
Shit.
Baby,
Urban,
I
my
still was
husband
getting
knew
doors
that I
open
got to.
for me and everything. I ain't
I'm
pumping.
going
You
to tell
pumping gas,
Urban,
what?
Hey,
In
hey,
it's
y'all.
fact,
definitely
in
not.
fact, he didn't even if he didn't even drive my car, he took my car and filled it up and brought it back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay,
part.
that's what I was getting
Yes,
ready to say,
honey.
Urban. My husband knew
Hey,
that I got an appointment today in a few hours, and he said, "Oh, your car don't
mhm.
have no gas. I'm getting ready to go put some gas in the car."
Uh-huh.
I said,
Mhm.
"Thank you,
Uh-huh.
honey." And
You
then
better
Hey,
know.
I told y'all my viewpoint is going to end up getting cranked right back up again. So,
we're not getting ready to get.
Uh-uh. We
You
ain't.
hear me? I better not see you at no gas station and your wife pumping gas. I'm
Come
gonna take
on,
a
come
picture.
on, come on.
hey, look,
Shit.
look,
I'm gonna take a
look,
picture and
look.
post you on the
Every
community.
everything that I'm debating y'all on. This is not my personal experience or
Personal
my
belief.
personal
Okay.
belief.
I hope not.
Yeah,
All
because
So
right.
I
you
know
just
If
want to
it's not
just be
your
out here
personal
all
belief, why
willy
are you
nilly.
debating it? That don't make
you
sense.
wouldn't want me to put no gas in
Oh
your
my
car.
God, we
I'll
sit
put
up here
some
making the
decent.
show interesting.
I'm
I'll put
straight
some
putting
decent
diesel in that
fuel in
mud.
there. Look, I'll put
How
some
you
Baby
gonna
decent.
sit up
diesel.
here and debate something that you don't even practice? Come on now, Urban.
I'm gonna put some
Because there are
decent
men
fuel in
out
your
there that
car.
believes in this.
They ain't men.
And you trying to help them believe it?
Hey,
You sitting up here
you a
arguing it. You
spokesperson.
sitting up here debating
You
it
a
like it's like
spokesperson.
you sitting up here debating it like it's right, and you don't even do it. Come on,
Okay.
man.
That part. And I think he's trying
Yeah,
to start a
yeah,
fight though. That's what
Yep,
he be
that's what
doing.
he doing. That's what he
yeah. Because
doing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Me being a husband and stuff, I do be simping like a mug with my wife.
We
I
know
I
that.
don't pump
know.
We
no
know.
gas. I open up the
Hallelujah.
doors
I
and
knew.
everything.
We
But
know this.
there are men out there that hey, we deserve to be simped on this way too. So shoot, why not?
And that's why
Pumping
they
Why
have
gas
not
to
y'all
ain't
love
pump your
It's
own
God.
nothing.
okay.
gas?
It's okay to get a massage and get your feet rubbed and your bath water ran
Yeah.
and all that. But I'm not bending no knee.
Leave. I talk too much
I ain't
shit.
bending no knee.
And
I
I
agree
don't
with
see
you there
nothing
with some.
wrong with playing. And I don't see nothing wrong with playing with the gooch.
See, there
Oh,
she go with the
See,
Oh,
there
country.
you
here
go
we
It's
right
go.
time
Here
to
there.
we
go.
go.
Now
It's time to go.
I'll
Well,
grease them down with some baby oil. I'll grease them down like a baby. I
Yeah.
have them
right.
looking
Look,
glistening like a
Urban,
piece
you
of
would
chicken,
agree with the gooch.
baby.
Look, I bet.
hey, with that being said, I'm leaving, ladies. Y'all figure ready to
No,
do this after hour
no,
show. I
don't
ain't
leave
for this.
now. Don't
Don't run.
let
Don't run, track
Y'all
star.
get ready to do
don't
this
leave
after hour
now.
stuff now.
Don't run
No, don't
now.
leave now. Don't leave now.
Don't run
No,
He
now.
running,
don't leave
y'all. He
now.
running. He
Don't
running. He's
run.
a runner. He's a track
Don't run.
star.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not running. I'm reclaiming my time with my wife. Lord Jesus.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He's going to get the gooch right
Baby.
there. He's going to get the gooch right there.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
know what a gooch is, Irvin?
Yes.
I never heard.
Oh,
I
you
never
heard his
heard of
tone too? You heard his tone? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
it. I had never heard of it, Urban, to the other night. I'm going to what? The who?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
need
I
y'all to
know Miss
stop hating on the gooch. Just stop. Just don't do it. Don't hate on the gooch.
Ooh, Lord.
But you know, you can't
Nicole,
just
do you
force the
know what
gooch
the
on
gooch
us, true.
is? Nicole, we hours podcast because we look
We hours need to go live in the wee hours. I'll be
I
there.
know we need another dirt road experience.
We hours need to go live in the wee hours.
Look,
And we can talk about the gooch.
it's gonna be the grown and sexy
the
crowd.
gooch.
Nicole, the grown and
Truth
sexy
want to talk
crowd,
about this
40
gooch.
and up, please.
Yeah.
No
Mm-mm.
minors allowed, young think or old folks that think like
Yeah,
a child.
we can listen with all the content creators we have and all of what we got going on, baby. We could be live 24 hours, really have them
We
talking.
can.
Let's
We really
go.
can.
We doing.
We
We need to
really
get up
can.
there and support. I agree that
Yes.
Yeah.
support. We
Yeah.
need urban. We
Yes.
support. We're gonna support you. We're gonna support you. We're gonna support we hours and stuff. And hey, let's support
Mhm.
and move on to some better thought provoking.
Look at her talking about Gucci. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Gucci. I said the Gucci.
The Gucci.
I did not say Gucci. I said
She
the
forcing
Gucci.
this gooch on everybody.
She's trying to
And
force.
we not going. I ain't going.
I'm not in
I
I'm not
ain't
in
going. Mm-mm.
Man, look, by the end of this month, she gonna be have every content credit saying Gooch.
Joe.
Amen.
Yeah, everybody wants to call it. I'm gonna hit you in your goop. No.
She is an ambassador for the gooch.
Yeah, but so content creators gonna be doing a whole live stream talking about Gooch and their experience about it and all kind of crazy stuff.
Oh
They
my
just laid it on
Listen,
me,
my
Believe me.
motto
Urban. I
is
was shocked. Like,
my
what?
motto is if you can do it, you can talk about it. If you can't talk about it, don't do it.
You
I
what the
talk
coach
about the
said,
Gucci.
if I have to pump gas, how
I
much?
have no issues. None.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you don't because they be in fetal positions. No, nigga, no.
Over there,
Well, you say
No.
my name the soul snatcher, I accept.
Yo, you is the soul snatcher. The
he's the
soul
soul
whisperer.
soul snatcher,
Shoot.
the goose
Mm,
snatcher.
mm,
Truth ain't gonna go. She
mm.
gonna go into next month talking
I
about this
know we're gonna
gooch.
cut it off. It's 2 o'clock. I'm at time. This was a very good live. I've been
It
live
was.
almost
It was.
3 hours, y'all. We had a good time. I've had a
Yeah.
good time.
Uh-huh.
With this.
Yes.
Urban, make us come over there. Give us some good. No, don't you start with your crazy talk when we come over there. And then don't let us get
Um,
on your panel. We gonna leave if you don't. You
He's
can't be up
stingy with the
there.
link.
We ain't gonna be
He's
up there
stingy
talking
with the
crazy
link.
I
out
By
told
the
y'all
loud.
I
time you
have
get up there, you
dedicated
be so
shows for
mad you
that.
can't think.
Well, I get tired of
I
banging on the keyboard. Shoot.
Hey, I told y'all I got dedicated shows for that. I ain't like y'all be having panels every single day.
Oh well. Excuse
Oh, look
us.
at him.
We
Panels
have
are fun. Panels are
Look at
fun.
him.
you get a different perspective, Urban, and we go down avenues
See,
that we
Irvin just wants y'all to take in what he got to say. He don't want no debate. See, he get on here
He
Yes,
and he don't want
that's
don't.
no
the point.
debate.
He
He want
don't.
to
That's
get his point
look.
across, and he don't
that's
want y'all to
narcissism.
no
That's
back talk.
that's the
You will
point.
be mad
That's the
in the
point.
chat. You
That's
will be
He
That
mad
don't
is the
want
in the
no
point.
back
chat.
talk. He don't want no back talk.
No, he
That
don't.
bet talk me in the chat. That's what I want y'all to do. The bet talk me in the chat. There when we get around to the show where I actually have a panel. Y'all got all this content built up where you could come on up and have a conversation.
It might be a
That's the
fight.
point.
It's gonna be some furniture moving.
People read
That's
your
why I
comments.
do it.
Baby.
You might well turn your comments off because when you doing your show,
Hey, it doesn't trust me. It don't bother me. Like I say, I
we
done
know.
one thing I done learned at YouTube is that you got to have tough skin. This is just part of the job. So it don't
That is
bother me at all.
can't wear your feelings on your sleeve. I found that out the first year.
Baby, he made me mad
Absolutely.
a whole bunch of times. Like, what, bro?
I've
For
been
real?
out there, look, crying.
No.
Oh God, you got to get some tough skin on this. In this,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You got to get that spirit of ignore, and I don't give a fuck. I'm just
right?
saying.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
that's
not
that's
give a darn.
Hey, baby, I got it, baby. I'm taking it in
Yeah.
stride now, baby.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
running, baby. Ooh, baby, I don't hear nothing.
That's
Do,
the
do,
best
do.
energy ever, ain't it, girl?
Yes,
Exactly.
girl, yes, it is. Bro, I be taking long strolls. They be hollering my name. I be like, who? Oh, okay. I be
The
steady
power
walking,
of
baby.
ignore is awesome and it's powerful in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes,
You
man.
know,
Hey,
let
Nicole say she on that Morgan David that walk on water juice.
stop
Lord
trying to
Jesus.
give everybody a piece of your mind. You might just lose it in the process.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mimi. Once again, I appreciate you for inviting me on the panel.
Always.
Ladies, truth, heard, love, and gossip. Flexi,
Much
Yes.
love,
Amanda.
Urban.
Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate the
All
great
right.
debate.
We appreciate
All right, bye, Gooch.
Hey, well, one of the moderators dropped Urban's link, Flexi's link, Truth's link, and
Down,
Sunshine's.
I don't need my link drop. They know who I is.
Okay, they
Who I be.
we gonna drop Urban's link. Y'all
Baby.
subscribe.
Yeah.
You know, because we definitely need to be supporting each other more. We
Yeah,
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
you
that's
know,
true.
I don't. I'm tired of just backbiting and fighting, fussing and beefing all the time. I think it's more
Mm-hmm.
as a people than that.
This is more fun. This is
Yeah, it
more,
It
is.
is. And you
yeah.
come out thinking you might actually make somebody think, huh, just be thinking about your conversations you had and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
and you may change somebody's perspective. They may
Yeah.
see it.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
may
I
have been.
got I
Mhm.
got an email today from somebody. I'm not gonna say the name, but it was one of my true siblings. And this, when you do panels like this, and a lot of times my y'all know my lives go left and we talk about different stuff. But I got an
Mhm.
email
Mhm.
from a true sibling that told me that something I said in a live, I think yesterday, and it wasn't a topic of the live. It's just something I put out there in the middle of the live, and she told me that she was going through
Mhm.
at that moment. I think it may have been. I think I said it. You know what? I think I either said it on Amanda's panel or yours, Mimi.
Yeah.
I don't think I said it in my life. I think I said it, but
Was
anywho,
it last
so
night?
what
On her.
um, it could have been. I think it was last night, and she told me that what I had stated, she's going through in the moment, and uh, sh- it's her message brought me to tears because she was like, she's going through it. What I said helped her, and it helped her to know that um I had gone through the same thing, and what I said, it's just I don't want to talk about the email, but that's basically
Yeah.
what it was. That's the type of stuff
Mhm.
I like. I like for my people to reach out to me and say, "Truth, what you said today helped me," or what you said to do
Mhm.
today, I resonated with, or it helped me. And instead of me getting messages from my people saying, "Truth, I wish you wouldn't." Like I wish you wouldn't
Mhm.
engage. I wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
concerned about you. You was upset today, I rather get the other type of email.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So yeah,
always where you get positive
you just
feedback.
never know who
Mhm.
you helping in these type
There
of
you
panels.
go.
You never know.
There you
You never
go.
Yeah.
know who you helping.
People don't want
Yeah.
to, contrary to popular belief, but everybody don't want to come in or come here just for just constant bickering.
Yeah.
People come sometimes to escape. You know,
Yep.
sometimes I know when I started exploring on YouTube, I came just to get through my work day. And I
Yeah.
definitely don't want to hear no fighting the whole 8 hours and cussing each other
Yeah.
out, low rating each other. Nicole, make sure you get your chat in here. Get your drop your link and all the other content creators that's in, because I appreciate you coming up and your input always in the chat. But yeah, I really,
Mhm.
like I said, we can build a network of supporting each other. Somebody said they try. Urban, what's your channel? I think
She
somebody,
dropped it. KCL
yeah,
dropped it.
they
Yeah.
dropped it.
Yeah,
KCL
yeah,
dropped
it's
it.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank y'all for dropping those links and everything. Like I said, we got to support one another. It's more to us than just bickering and look black on black crime on the
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Hey,
Black
it's
on
the
On
Mhm.
black crime.
holidays. We
what
deserve
you
to have
say,
some fun
Patrick,
around
call it on the
here.
YouTube.
That's right. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been loving it.
This has
I
been
ain't got
so
no
fun.
headaches,
Yeah.
baby. I've
Yeah.
been, I've been, ooh.
Mhm.
And it
Feel
make you
good.
go
Yeah.
back and research stuff we may
Yeah.
have missed.
Yeah.
Stories that nobody pay attention to. Like I said, I came here uh, in the Kanika Jenkins community about a little girl that was the same age as my daughter that had walked in a freezer and died at a party with friends, and the mainstream media wasn't. It was just a two, not even a 2 minute, not even barely a minute blip on their little radar, and it's, oh, she was drunk and she walked in the freezer, when there was so much more to the story that nobody else was covering.
Yeah.
So people come for educational purposes, to, researching, looking up stuff. Nobody want to come all the time. And
Yeah.
and to network,
Yeah.
shoot, we might be on this panel one day. One of these lives might take off and go viral. All of us be famous. All of us get paid.
You
Oh,
never know, because somebody's
Mhm.
always watching.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
like that crowd.
good.
There's
Yeah.
enough money out here and enough people for everybody to eat, not just one person.
Exactly.
Okay.
That
That's
crabs in the
right.
barrel mentality is like, oh, I got to get mine, so you get yours. It's not. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. Look, look. Can I look? What it say? I get mine, you get yours. You can yours, can all of mine, and then sit on that can. Get all I can, sit on that can. I can't remember saying that. It's late. I'm getting
Hey,
sleepy.
hey, hey, Mimi. Respectfully, that's the reason why I have my content the way it is, because every last one of my videos have potential to go viral. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I agree.
And I do that intentionally because I know that people could feed on my content. So I don't care about people reviewing my content and nothing like that, because at the end of
Right.
the day, we all out here to eat together.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
so
We
that's
are
that's
here.
why I put myself out there like that, purposely do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said,
It's true.
you would never know what somebody may just be listening like, hey, I like their dynamics. They got something that's working. Shoot, we all get famous. Like I say, get totally paid. But ain't
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we go by the things that's happening, it would make us think that beefing is what brings the content, what brings the boys to the yard, or whatever. But I think there's
Mm-hmm.
more to us as a people. There's more to us intellectually. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we all
Mm-hmm.
can learn something from one
Oh
another.
yeah, I totally agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Hmm.
more to us. Most of us sound like we pretty well rounded here. Got a pretty good head on our shoulders. We may not know everything, because nobody
Right.
knows everything, you know. But we ain't just a bunch of dummies in here either.
Mm-mm.
Right. Hmm.
What's so special about it is that we all have our own unique characters. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? We all
Right.
have something different to bring to the table, and that's what
Hmm.
makes
and
it
you
Hmm.
kind
gotta be
of so
secure
interesting.
in that's right.
Yeah.
What you
Hmm.
bring
Yeah.
it's like 31 flavors. It
Yep.
may not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what make it fun and interesting
Yes,
and comical, because we have fun at the same time and
we
laugh.
do,
So
and we may not
yeah.
all agree.
Hmm.
We don't
Yeah.
get so this irate and berate and low rate each other.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
We
saying?
know how to
Mm-hmm.
what they call it, agree to disagree. We
Agree to
know how to
That's
do
disagree
that.
right.
without being
Yeah.
disagreeable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And at the
But that's
same time,
grown folks. That's grown folks.
yeah, that's
And you
grown
know
folks.
what else would make it fun? It's not a bunch of group thinkers that agree with every one thing that somebody say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
want no,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because if it's group think, it's just a bunch of robots. Because
Yep. There you go.
if you say that you agree with everything I say, then
Somebody
one
lying.
line.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Preach.
You
Somebody
better know
lying.
it.
Yep. Yep.
That's a
Hmm.
lie.
Yep.
Hmm.
And
That's
it's
a
Somebody.
lie.
yep.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Nicole said it very true. It's uniqueness in all of us,
All of us. That's
and it's
right.
greatness in all of us too.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
greatness in each and everybody under the sound of our voices. There's
Yep.
greatness in this, and we don't take y'all staying here with us, 3 hours and almost 15 minutes. I don't take it for granted, because you could have been anywhere. You could have been somewhere else, but you chose to spend those hours with us, and for that I'm
Exactly.
forever grateful
Hmm.
and thankful. And I thank my panel guests. I thank True. It just did my heart. Y'all don't know how my heart melted for you and Flexi to come up on my panel yesterday, because
Oh,
I
baby, we
was
coming,
perfect.
and we coming
Yeah, we
together.
coming. We
Yes,
coming.
y'all did.
We
I was
coming.
perfect content on going live with Amanda on her channel. She pushed me on out in the deep. Girl.
I said, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing it. I need you to get to work. I'm finna do a call. I'm finna put you on blast. I'm finna go
You
live.
yes, you
It's
sure
time to
did.
get to work. No,
And
we gotta
early,
share
I
the wealth,
appreciate
baby.
you coming up, because
Uh-huh.
so y'all bigger
Hmm.
content creators. Shoot, I ain't even hit 1K. Y'all big. I consider y'all big folks,
Oh,
but
you
y'all
gonna
thought
get
enough
there.
below me.
You gonna get there, keep pushing these lives, and you gonna be surprised. You'll be
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
Mm-hmm.
we trying. I
Yeah.
keep trying to think of things to come up with. Like I said, it's always something we can talk about. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
rather than
Mm-hmm.
letting each other
Mm-hmm.
do. So, like I said,
That's
support,
true.
support, and I appreciate all of y'all and everybody in the chat. Thank y'all again
Yeah.
for coming. Oh, Nicole, she said, what did she say? It's recess. And guess what? We all don't have to yes on every single thing. Like I
That's
said,
Uh-huh.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
everyone have a good. Oh, thank you, Miss Renee. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good
appreciate
night.
y'all. Y'all don't know.
Yeah.
I'm truly humble. I am truly humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well, it's
appreciate.
always a pleasure to be over here at the church house. You know, I love to go to the church house,
Well,
girl.
thank
Okay.
you. Look,
Wait a minute, hold up. We was at church.
Yeah, this the
Oh,
church
Yeah.
house
oh,
over
it's
here.
the church
okay.
ladies
My
gathering.
And you was
bad, my
talking
bad.
with the church ladies.
It's the church.
Yeah.
You was up
Whoa, my
Yeah.
bad, my
They got
bad.
Look,
church.
we
Sure, I
took
done
a
messed up the
negative.
whole church house.
We took a
there.
negative and turned it into
I,
a
I'm the
positive.
devil, man. I'm a straight devil. I done messed up the service and everything.
We
You know,
look. We
it's
took a
okay.
negative and turned
You
it
talk
into a
about different stuff
positive.
at the church house. You all right. You
Yeah,
didn't get
look,
out of
Urban,
hand.
you are honorary deacon now. Look, I got deacons.
Deacon Urban.
I'm gonna have to go
Oh,
around.
I'm a deacon now.
What
I'm a
was it?
deacon now. Hey, can I do devotion? Guide
You
me over,
showed
oh
me.
great Jehovah. Peer
Come
me
on.
to this barren land. Ah,
All right,
Ah,
then
yeah.
you better come on with it.
come on.
Jesus.
Look
That's
at
right. I'm a
Okay.
Baptist.
Days I was at the church with my granny.
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
While I run this race.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Guide my feet while I run
Yeah.
this race. Look, but
That was
hey,
my
this is
granny's favorite
look the
hymn
goals
right
of the churches open. And look, my cash app is scrolling at the bottom if y'all want to leave. Look, it can't be church without leaving a donation.
there. Yeah.
Tithes and offerings.
Yeah,
I,
tired and awful. There
oh,
you go.
Hey, having an altar call too. Is there one here today? Is there
come
one
on.
that you need prayer today? Come
And that's
Right.
on up.
sincere. That's a
That's
sincere.
yeah, that
That is
Hmm.
is.
sincere. If you
Yeah.
need prayer, you got a prayer request, we definitely will pray
Oh yeah.
for you. Hey, if you want to give your life over to the Lord, I sure do know Romans 10 and 9, and I can read it to you. I can
Come
pray
on,
pray that prayer
then.
with you. With
Yes.
you.
Yes.
We start out acting silly, but hey, I think most of us, our foundation is urban. I know you kind of know your background. You said you went to you told me you went to theology. You
Yeah,
went to
y'all been to seminary school.
seminary. Yeah, I went to I took classes at Payne Theological Seminary. And I was affiliated with the AM and the E church, the high church.
A.M. and E.
The AM and the AM is that's something else. Or
Mm.
old Jamal. Y'all see where him and Ray J got into it? I don't know what they got
Yeah,
into it.
Jamal Brown. I was gonna do a reaction video there one day.
Oh,
That was
What?
kind of yeah. It's all the way in the back of my list to do because
let's
I got other
go.
stuff to
Let's
talk
go.
about.
Let's do it. I'll be there. Jamal ain't up about 5'5". I met him in person in
You
Nashville.
look like you old shorty.
He
Well,
is.
Ah.
Jamal Bryant.
Hey, them women be like him, after him like stink on you know what. They do. I don't even think it's necessarily about the looks. I think mm, women just
It's his
attracted.
office where he's
Yeah.
staying at. It's cause, and you got women that's based on they love going after preachers.
Yes.
Baby, that is pitiful.
Uh-huh.
I tell you that anointing draws the good, the bad, and the ugly. It draws everything out. You heard me?
Hey,
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah. What to say? Ray J into it with half of ain't he why everybody what's wrong with
He
Ray J?
wilding out. He wilding
Is
out.
he
They say
having
he going.
mental
he
They say
crashing
breakdown?
out.
he. They
Is
say
he
he
having
going through some type of breakdown due to the fact that he did actually have something to do with Whitney Houston's death. Now I don't know how true that is, but
oh
they say
what?
he's pretty much
Yeah.
he's suffering some type of guilt or remorse or something. I don't know.
They
You know how
said
people can
they
think
said
like
he
that.
was the one
oh I
supplying
didn't
her
know
with
that.
the drugs. That's what
Yeah,
they
yeah, he was the one
That's
supplying
a
it. Yeah.
front door.
Well, why Nicki Minaj told him he need to come on out the closet?
Well,
He may be dealing with that too as well. Who
well,
knows?
they said that he's also Diddy little hit boy. So basically, he was supplying others with drugs. Diddy would call him up, and he was the little do boy. Just
He
put
was
it
the
like
dude
that.
boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord. Okay, Urban, we got to dig this up. That might be some
Yep.
research we
Yep.
need to do. We need to do to
Yep.
see what the problem is with Ray J. We can't get him. Look, get the prayer line going. Pray
Yep.
for, get him. Look,
Okay.
maybe lead him get him some help or something because he is just unraveling.
I believe he been dealing with that. That's why he didn't, because they said he was beating on his wife, Princess Love.
Oh,
She
was
Uh-huh.
Was he?
Yep.
too, yeah.
he
Yeah.
Yep.
looked like
He
he got
abused
anger
her.
problems? Right, they be talking reckless to women.
Hmm. I think he been taking that anger out for a long time. It's
I mean,
just
I
now
talk
coming
too much
out.
crap.
When
Yes,
Holly, let me tell you something. When Holly Weird get a hold to these stars when they're young, they corrupt them. Some of and you got to think about it. A lot of these stars that be like going out the deep end or wilding out, they've been in this industry since they were children.
Kids. That's
y'all see
right.
what Nicole said? Is this
Yeah.
is trying to turn this over? Everybody standing around gossip. We are not
Uh-huh.
gossiping, ma'am. We are clarifying. This is
These
the
these parents
this
these
is the
parents are putting too
clarification
much.
verse.
These parents are putting too much trust in these industry people such as Diddy
Yeah,
and others who are corrupting these kids. You got to
Yeah,
know.
because my son Justin Bieber didn't deserve what he got. See, his foster mama, she had him at that time, and Justin,
Well,
I
wait a
told
minute.
him
How come your son Justin was with a foster mama? What the hell were you? What are we
because they
doing?
because they believe because he was white that I wasn't his mama, so they took my child.
What the hell? What you said?
not just
I'm gonna
because.
Justice
tell
for
y'all something.
Justin.
Flexi is listen. Flexi is 38 hot when it comes to Justin Bieber.
Oh, you know
She
everything.
mad about
Man,
Justin, baby.
I
She is
love me
mad
some
about
little
Justin.
Justin Bieber. That's
But
been
you
my
know, seem like he unraveled in front of everybody. Like that little boy
Yeah, he
went through
going through it. He is depressed. That boy is so depressed. He is
severely
struggling
depressed.
because, like True said, Hollywood put him on them drugs. They even got a video of him in front of what's that boy, the Odom Beckham or something like that,
Oh,
at
they're
a
back.
club. And when that came out, I
Was
believe
he sucking his thing?
they were trying to say that's what it was, and Trey Songz was the lookout, and that made him go deeper into depression.
Why would they? Oh my God.
Yeah, it was somebody leaked that, and that just took him over the edge.
I would say that would. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that took him over
crazy.
the edge, and I just feel so sorry for him because he was young and he was
Yes, he
growing.
Hmm.
was young. What
Hey,
Yeah,
you remember Kiki Palmer say she was at a Trey Song party and she was in the closet crying because he wanted to have sex with her and she didn't want to have sex with him?
see, that's what I'm saying. They
oh,
be selling these little kids to
Yes.
these celebrities, and then they feel like because they got money, they got power. Oh, ain't nobody gonna
Hmm.
leave, and that's why these
And my
kids
thing
grow up and
is
be in depression.
when they're minors, where are their parents?
Exactly.
Where
yeah.
are they parents? Why are they
Kind of
turning
like
their
back in
kids
the day
over? Why are
that
they turning their kids over to the industry?
For the
Come on,
money,
man.
for
Money,
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 money, and it's
money,
they
sad.
basically say selling and
money.
pimping their children.
Yep,
Right?
they are. They really have. A lot of them pimp their kids, and that's sad.
But you
Hmm.
know what?
Just
A
like
lot of these stories got to do with sex trafficking too. Just like
yeah.
that dude Epstein, he was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
commit suicide in jail, but he didn't. That man over there on his island.
You
That's what
think
that
so?
man that
'Cause they
they
said
got
he died in jail.
Look, one of your friends,
no,
look, one of your
they got a video of him after he was supposed to been committed, unalived himself. They got a video of him with a drone flying over, and he's in a cart,
oh
and he's
my,
looking up. You can clearly see him looking up at the
drone.
yes drone.
Mm,
That man
Mm,
ain't dead.
my
That
God,
man
look,
is not dead.
mm.
how they
Well,
get.
you do know they say Tupac somewhere on the island somewhere. So hey, it is what it is.
They
I
put
wouldn't
Tupac
have
in
that.
Jamaica. That's where they say he was at.
Mm-hmm.
No, it
I,
was Cuba.
One of them. I know one of them.
Cuba.
one of them have
Maybe
it.
they say he is chilling like a villain somewhere over
Yeah.
on the island somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you know they
Mhm.
say Elvis was still living too.
Yeah, they did.
I
Baby,
And
mean,
yeah,
they
it's
did not
I
let
mean,
him.
the chain is gone.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, shout out to my homie Lionel here over there from the lounge.
Yeah, I
So what?
said it.
Shout out
I
to
put it. I
Lion.
said,
What up,
welcome,
Rhino?
man. Welcome, 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 welcome. He look, he
Uh-huh.
be talking crazy like Urban though, boy.
He
Ooh,
sure do. We be out of line.
they be out of
So
line
do.
with that toxic masculinity.
Uh-oh.
Look, welcome, Lionel. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming. Thank
Mm-mm.
you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, but
Like
they
somebody else need to go live. Shoot, I ain't
shoot,
got the
we
time.
hours,
look, we done
we
got
I'm
hours
finna
need
go
to
to
go
sleep.
live.
I'm
yeah,
finna go
You
to
going live, Nicole?
we hours, Nicole.
sleep.
We trying to revive the dirt road.
Hey, I'm gonna go live
You going
in my
live?
sleep.
You
In my
gonna be
Oh,
sleep.
stingy with the link? You gonna be
I
stingy
just been
with the
looking at
link?
the back
No,
of my
I'm going live.
eyelid.
I'm going live in my sleep. All right.
Yeah, he
Me,
can
you
like
know what?
I'm finna do like Herb and go
me
live
too.
in
I'm
my
about to
sleep.
look at the back of my eyelids. I'm going to sleep. I
Yeah.
gotta get up for a couple of hours. It'd be, oh yeah, it's 2:22. I should have been asleep.
I
But
done got
anyway,
a power nap. I'm up now. I ain't sleeping.
yeah,
Y'all
not
You
sleep
right.
on
Everybody,
energized.
that?
You
everybody else
energized.
Hey,
sleep.
hey, I already been live earlier today. What more do you want from me?
You ain't
Everybody,
invite nobody. You
I
ain't
came
calling
up
the
there.
girls to the yard.
Hey, hey, I shared it out on my community wall and everything. Now, if y'all
Why you
pull up,
won't
y'all
tag
pull up. If
nobody?
you
Why you?
don't, you don't.
Did y'all
Hey,
see?
look,
Brenda done gave us the benediction. She said, "Let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart
Be
be
acceptable in our sight.
Good night, Mama Brenda. Have a nice
Good
night at
night, Miss
work.
Brenda.
Good
Yes.
night. I'm about to go to bed with her. Look, I thank y'all all for coming up, and I think this is a good place, good laughter to end it all with. And I guess
Mhm.
we're gonna get that live. They can't handle the truth.
Well,
I
what talking
ain't
about that
heard
Ray
it.
J Law?
Yeah,
No, I have to research it, so
you
I'll
got it
let
on the
y'all know.
back burner, back burner.
Yeah, it's all the way back there to be
You got
honest.
it on the hot plate. You ain't got it on stove. It's on the hot plate. It's in the crock pot.
Nicole, go ahead and crank that live up so I can go back to sleep.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna go to sleep. But anyway, thank y'all again for coming. And where we going to be? Look, I guess we ain't gonna be. I'm not gonna be nowhere tomorrow because it is his birthday. Well, in a few hours, it's already here. It's the 14th.
Mhm.
It's already here. So I won't be live. I may pop in and say hi to everybody, but I'll probably take my husband out to dinner. And I got some stuff to spoil him with. Got him some all this little stuff that came from near and far. I ordered it, and this is him. So. Bro,
Mhm.
I do spoil my husband
I
early.
know that's right, girl.
Mhm.
Spoil him because
Me
he's
and you
supposed
both.
to.
Yeah, you better
Mhm.
spoil him. No,
I
no,
do.
you supposed to be simping for your husband.
Oh Lord.
That's what you're supposed to be
It,
Mhm.
doing.
it depends on what you
We
call
we
sick.
we 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 need you to spoil him, rub on his head, wash his feet, open
All
up
of
the
that.
door
I
for
do be
him at
massaging the
times.
foot.
You
I
need
Urban,
to
go to
do.
open up
bed.
the
Go
Open
to
up the
door.
bed,
door for him
Urban.
at times and
Go to
everything.
bed, Urban. Go to bed. Go to
I
bed.
know Urban sleepy. He need to go put on
Yeah,
his
you done got
If I was
delirious.
Miss
You
Irvin,
done got
I'll make you a
delirious.
rock sandwich. You'll
go
be
put on his
saying you
sleep
want a
out.
But
sandwich
you
and
know,
be
but
rocking
but
it.
you know what the funny thing is? All those things you said, I did.
All
Baby,
right.
yeah, baby, I did it
Hey,
all.
shout out to the real women who simp for their husband, simp for their
I
man.
sent for one. Listen, I sent for one that sent for me. I ain't gonna
There you
lie.
go. There you go.
Yeah,
As
that's
long as
fair.
we value me in the same manner. That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I like my my love language is giving anyway. I love to give.
Mhm.
I love to give good gifts.
Acts of what is it? Acts of kind
Kind,
was it acts of kindness? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mine
I
is
love
tough.
my love language. I love to cook.
me
I
too.
love to
I love
pamper. I love to
Yeah.
take care of you. Yes.
Mhm.
I love cooking
Yeah.
for my
Y'all
family.
must have all took that test because we had that in church. We took that test at church.
It's
Dang
always
it, man.
still over here on the stove because I wanted to be that grandmother when my grandkids out They always want to come to my house, and I always know they can come to their Mimi's house and they can get a hot meal.
Mm-hmm.
I always get something to eat. And that's the first thing they do. Come and run over to the stove, start opening up the refrigerator.
Well, I guess I better work on my love language because I talk noise.
You just look, he working the little rough edges out. You gonna get there. You gonna
He
get
like it though, so hey,
there. Hey, long as he like it, hey, if he like it, I love it.
Hey, look, Truth, when you took that test, did you say that you liked the money? Because that's a test. They was
What
asking
what
kindness.
test? What
That's a
test?
marriage test when you say what your love language is. That's a
Yeah,
test that they take in like
our
when
language is
we had that
our
test in
language.
church.
Yeah,
Mine
our
was
language.
touch and feel. I like to be touched and feel, and I like for my husband to do things for me. That was
Mm.
that's my love language. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying?
If I
That's a
I
love,
don't know
test.
about it. We talked about it on a after hours live, private
oh,
live
it'll be a
one
good
Yeah,
life. Y'all want
Mhm.
to dissect the love language? What our love languages is?
Oh,
she
I don't
already
mind. Like
did.
I said, we did a whole live on it on the After Dark channel. So yeah, I pretty
Oh,
much know
I
mine
wish
is.
I was a part of it,
Yeah.
baby.
That's okay. We can talk. We listen. We talk. Listen. We talk about
You
it
can do
all.
a
We can talk
PG
about it
rated
again.
version.
But
You
yeah,
can
Yeah.
help us with the PG version. Truth, you can help us with that.
it's hard for me to do PG, but I try anything once. It's really hard. It's
You'll
Yeah.
be
hard.
doing good. You'll be doing good. You'll be doing good.
But girl, I be slipping sometimes. I have to
That's
come
all
back.
right. You human, ain't you? You
Hey,
human.
look, when you get rated
You
R,
see how I
me
bought
hop
you
down.
see how I just all willy nilly about the goo. Listen, you see how I all willy nilly about the gooch up. It's hard for me to stay.
Mhm.
It's hard
Mhm.
for me to stay clean. It's hard for me to stay clean.
It's hard for
Mhm.
any of us to stay clean day to day.
I got a nasty mind. I do. It's
But you
you know.
know what? A woman wear many hats. We just
Yeah, I
don't wear
do.
one.
I
We
wear
wear,
many because I can bust out.
yeah.
You know, I can bust out with Jesus will fix it all. Jesus, I do all that, but then I go right back into the nasty. I don't
You
know
go back
why.
into the
I
R.
don't know.
Kelly. You go
I
back
don't
into
understand. I don't understand what's wrong with me, but I'm working on it.
ain't nothing wrong with it. The act of
Um,
Gucci-ness.
so
Yeah,
so
that's
so
truth
so
right there.
Listen.
hey
My thing
hey
is,
so
I have no qualms about admitting and living in my truth. I am a freaky Christian. I'm sorry, that's what I am.
And it's okay for you to be afraid. It's
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a freaky.
okay.
Now
Let
I'm
your
not
freak
freaking
flag
ever and
fly.
anywhere, and I'm not freaking all over the place and things of that nature. But when I am with somebody, I am a very freaky Christian. Yeah, I will.
She's
I
a
will be
very
freaky.
freaky
I will be
girl.
doing the freaky, and I will yell out, "Lord Jesus, Lord
Mm-mm.
Jesus."
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I ain't
Look,
got the
look,
line.
Mm-mm.
look,
I
she
ain't
got
Mm-mm.
going to hell with her.
Do not put God in that. Don't put God in that.
He ain't got nothing to do with her. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
Don't put
man,
God in
I
Listen,
that.
could
I
have.
live in my truth. I live in my truth, heathen and all. I live in my truth.
Hey,
I'm finna say my
I
prayers right now. Don't judge me. I'm finna say my prayers.
I could have sworn we was in the church house. I could have sworn we was in the church house, man.
So you mean to tell
He
me the
talking
preacher
about the
ain't never talked
Lord
about? So you
and
mean to tell
Jesus.
me the preacher ain't never talk about some freakiness in the church house? He done got on the pulpit and
No,
made some insinuations. Yes, he has.
no.
he don't
Well,
get
well,
quite as
Yeah.
TDJ
freaky.
asked, "Have you ever been swallowed?"
Oh,
Have you ever
Been
been swallowed?
swallowed,
I've
swallowed.
been swallowed.
oh
It
my
feels
Exactly.
good to be
Prime
swallowed.
example. Prime example. Come on now.
God.
Yep.
All right, look, But anyway, y'all, I'm getting off here on that note. It's
All
2:31. I
right.
was supposed to be gone 30 minutes ago. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And
She
we
putting us out for church, y'all.
y'all
Yep.
getting y'all
Church
getting
was
Gotta
over
better.
go.
like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
we stand in the parking lot. Look, talking bad.
I just finished eating my chicken, so okay. I guess I got to go.
Well, don't
You know
take
what?
look,
I'm
take your
tired.
pound cake on home with you. You got your chicken and take your pound cake with you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. May the Lord walk between me and thee when we're absent one from another. Amen.
That's right. Amen.
All
Thank you,
right,
Good
y'all.
Saga.
Y'all have a blessed
night.
night.
Y'all have a good night. I'm
Y'all
gonna go
have
to
a
Good
good
bed.
night,
night.
y'all.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Good night, child.
Bye.